Yeah, well, anyway, Mr. 450, really appreciate you coming on, bro.
Thanks for having me.
It's definitely interesting, as I was saying to you, to have someone have to mask up to do a
Yeah.
potty. You know?
Yeah, it's unfortunate, bro, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's cool. The whole, for everyone who doesn't know, I'll fill you in with a little bit of detail. The 450 Who is your Instagram title. That's what the
Correct.
boys in the community know you as inside the street bike culture. Is that kind of the
Yeah.
right way of saying it?
Yeah, bike scene, yeah.
Bike scene. Yeah.
Dirt bike scene, maybe in particular, but yeah.
Dirt bike scene. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Because, I said to you on the phone, which I think is always a good thing to have a quick phone call and shit like that beforehand, that
100%.
I became familiar through the recent uprise in YouTube documentaries on Western Sydney and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And, bro, the bike ones are the most hectic shit ever.
Yeah, bro, we were keen on getting one out because Melbourne came out with one and it was like really good. So we're like, far out, man, let's get together. Let's let's show them what Sydney's about, you know? So we reached out to, I think, Hoodrich, and then he came out and did a mad vid for us on just the Sydney, in the stunt, the dirt bike stunt community in particular, if we're going to get specific. Yeah, but he came out to the spot where we just always go up and down on the street. It's a quiet road. Everyone practiced their stunts there. Everyone comes down. And yeah, he got a good vid for us, man. And then it sort of grew a bit. And then we done a vid. Shout out to Anari. He came out to our area specifically and did a video about DBK, which was like our group in particular, yeah.
Is that Dirt Bike Crews or DBK?
No, it's DBK is Drop Back Kings.
Drop Back Kings. I knew that. I even knew that.
There's
bro.
probably a couple with the same hook,
Yeah.
but we're Drop Back Kings. And so, like, obviously, drop back in sense of, like, dropping back in a wheelie.
Yeah. Which, bro, is wild. I can't wait to get into all of this shit, bro.
Yeah, no, it's good, bro. I love it, man. I have such a passion for it. I just love it.
It's so mad, bro. Well, yeah, speaking on those creators, I have to give a shout out as well because I really like their content. Hoodrich has been making mad Into the Hood videos.
Yeah.
And I'll put a link in the description for the episode that he did with you boys.
Yep.
And then I'll put another one for how do you say
Inari.
Inari, yeah. I started watching some
Inari
of his
films.
videos. Inari films, yeah.
Yeah, he does good stuff, man.
Mad stuff, bro. Like
Yeah.
I love the fact that it's just Australia, especially Sydney in particular, are starting to come out with more proper content. You know,
100%,
things
man.
people to enjoy. Because
Yeah.
we've just been watching shit from the States for years and years and years.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
It's
mad.
nice to have our own, like, community doing their own thing, you know, like, separate from, like, what others are doing, like, in America and stuff like that. So it's good.
Yeah, and it's good to have voices like yourself, bro, as well, who actually want to speak of the things that you're passionate about inside your crews, inside your communities, and actually putting that on the internet. Like, I love
100%.
that, bro. I love that
nah,
shit.
it's good, bro.
Well, let's get into it, bro. Because dirt bikes, motorbikes, any type of bikes, realistically, has always been something that I've found interesting. I've never picked it up. I've only ever ridden maybe a handful of times, realistically, in my life. The last time I did, I fucking ate shit so hard, smashed my mate's bike up and everything.
Right,
Trying to
yeah,
hit a
get those,
jump,
man.
I was like nowhere near ready to do that.
Bro, everyone comes off, man. It's part of the game. Like, it doesn't matter if you got, like, 2 days of experience or you got 200 years of experience. Everyone knows, like, when you're involved with bikes, you're expecting one day you're gonna come off. So don't stress, bro. It's like everyone's come off. The best of the best and the weakest of the weakest. Everyone comes off, bro.
Yeah.
It's all part of the game, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least when I fell off, bro, I fell off in what I consider to be a pretty safe landing area. It was nice grass and shit like that, bit of dirt. But some of the crashes that I've been seeing lately with some of the boys been putting on have been like on the roads and shit.
Yeah.
You know, like
it gets a bit hectic on the streets. As they say, the streets gotta eat. Yeah. That's like one of the sayings in like bike life culture and stuff. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, no one should jump on and feel invincible. Like, no one has to, like, if you feel invincible, bro, you're gonna get humbled one day. Like, so it's everyone knows that. It's sort of like everyone sort of expects it at one point. When it does happen, it's usually a shock. Like, I remember my first time I came off, bro, it was like I was at a wedding and like I was riding for the wedding and like, bro, it was worst case scenario could ever happen. But I came off and I was like, far out, man. Whatever, I picked the bike up and the boys are like, you're right. I'm like, yeah, like nothing too bad had happened. But like, bro, I'm going home. And they're like, bro, why? Stay, you know that. Like, because dad had fallen off before. I'm like, bro, I just fell off, bro. I got to go home and rest or something, bro. I don't know if something's broken or... But after like your first fall, you never ride to sort of the same... It's not the same ability, but like the same mentality you had from before your fall. Like, if you don't, falling teaches you. Everyone knows that in the bike game. Like, falling teaches you, and it just makes you sort of more grounded. Like, you don't have that sense of invincibility anymore. So when you fall, like, it teaches you a lot. Like, also to pick yourself back up and resilience and all that stuff as well. Like, to keep going.
Bro, I never even imagined. I knew it would teach you overcoming shit, getting back on the horse, but like, yeah, it would teach you to take it a little bit more careful as well,
100%, bro. Like when I one trick in particular is like to scrape, right? And it's like a mad thing to do. Like it's like high up there. It's like the ending you can do of a wheelie. Like you go so far back that your bike scrapes, right? And I just learned how to scrape, and I was going for a double scrape, so I was like scraping and scraping again. And I got a video, and I came off, and my bike fell and just squashed my leg, right? And I broke my foot. And then like a couple weeks go by, a month goes by, whatever. I'm healed up. I jump back on, and I knew exactly what I did wrong, bro. Like exactly, like I was like too soft on the back brake every time I would do it. So obviously to let the bike go far back, but I didn't have a good like throttle to re-brake ratio. So it's like when you give more throttle, you got to give more re-brake because the bike's falling back quicker. But I was always given the same sort of re-brake touch. And then that's what really, like that fall taught me, like, bro, I got to adjust. I can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Like, I got to adjust myself according to how far back I'm going. So after that, my scrapes became like phenomenal after that. Like, I was never scared to do them. Wow. And then I hit like, 7 scrapes in a row and just like stuff like that. So it was good. But falling definitely teaches you, bro. It teaches you a lot.
Wow, yeah. Damn, bro. I can already tell that you're passionate about this, bro. You love this.
I love it, bro. Like, I love it. I love it because of what it gave to me. And like, we'll get into it more, but like, when you know the story, it's like, this came about, sort of saved me, healed me, as it does a lot of boys. And it was like, and it's something that I love, and it's just everything that comes with it, bro. The brotherhood, riding, meeting new boys. Like, I have now, because of riding, bro, I've got about 30, 40 plus new friends that I didn't have before. Like, not even friends, bro, like brothers, you know what I mean? Like, like, they're down for you, like, you know what I mean, bro? It's hard to explain, but...
Of course, bro. I can feel what it is, bro. Like, one of the things that I love in this world is when you find interest in something and then you find the community of people who are interested in it as well.
100%, bro.
Like, there's no stronger feeling, bro. And it's the word synergy is when... have you ever heard the word synergy?
I've heard of it. I don't know what it means, but...
Yeah, a teacher taught me in school one day and I've never forgotten it. It was like the only word I ever remember a teacher teaching me. But it was like, if you have a passion or an energy or an output of 100% and someone else that you know is interested into it, the same level, another 100%, together... you just have 300% instead of 2. Yeah. Because like the combined energy that you're putting towards something makes it so much more powerful.
Yeah, that's good, bro.
And I see communities like that as well. And to be honest, that's the one thing that impressed me the most about watching the street dirt bike stunt communities scene, whatever. It was seeing the camaraderie that the boys had together, like coming in numbers and like, whoa, bro, like I'm getting chills thinking about it.
It's like, bro, like, you need a group or like you need other boys to ride with you. In anything, bro. Like if you go, whatever it is, bro, you're jet skiing or you're whatever it is you're doing. You're playing piano, bro. Like you want to do it with a community of people. And it's like that bond and that feeling you get when you do it together is so much more than like if you buy a nice car, bro, you take it on the street. You're going to have fun first week, second week, third week. Fourth week, you're going to get over it. Like, bro, I need people to drive with. So you look for those people with the same car. Or, that same field that have that same passion as you. Like, there's no feeling like it, bro. There's like a video on Instagram or like what it feels like riding with the boys. And it's like this Harrier jet flying and then this 2 Harrier jets come beside him. And like, that's literally what it feels like, bro. It's crazy.
That's hectic, bro. Everything's better in numbers. Like
100%.
I think Andrew Tate says it pretty well as well. He says like, what's the point of going at life alone? Like you may as well get yourself a group of solid men and do it together.
100%.
If you go at anything alone, you're going up against teams. The world is full of teams. So get yourself a team and do that shit with them.
Bro.
You know?
Nah, it's cracker. I love it.
All right. Well, I want to find out why you find so much interest and passion around it, not just because it's a hectic, fun, incisive thing to do and be involved in, but also why you feel like it saved you and gave you a nice place to... I'm putting words in your mouth when I say things like save you, but you feel like it definitely gave you something that you might have not had before. So I want to learn a bit about you as well. What was life like growing up? Whereabouts are you from? How old are you? Anything like that?
I'm from the area. People who know what the area is, they know what it is.
Yeah, I'll put a map. Everyone knows the area.
I won't get too specific, but yeah, I'm from those ways or whatever. And man, I grew up in a loving household. Like my mum, my dad, solid people. My siblings, like I've got 3 older sisters and my brother's the oldest. My brother's 11 years older than me.
That's a big family there.
Yeah, we've got 5, bro. And my brother, he's the oldest. So like me growing up, he used to be into bikes and stuff, and our house was the hub of like where his mates would come and meet. And I was just a little kid, bro. I used to stand out in the front yard whenever anyone came, like whenever they came past, and they were just meeting up. And I was like, bro, I can't wait to grow up. I can't wait so I can get a bike. And
That's mad.
like I think that's where the love of bikes sort of started for me. But even then, as a kid, I was always riding push bikes with my best mate. We used to go to the skate park. Like bikes was everything. Bikes, like that was life back then as a kid. Push bikes. And like I remember one day, bro, we're in the shops and we had put our bikes outside, and then we came out and someone had ripped my bike.
Oh.
And bro, the feeling is like, it's like someone stealing your car, bro. It's the same thing. Like as a kid, that bike is your everything. And it was like, bro, my heart sunk down to my stomach, and bro, your eyes swell up with tears and you're running around. Someone took my bike, bro. It's like the worst feeling ever. But like that love of bikes started in a young age. And I think as well because of my brother, going outside, seeing him ride with his mates and all that. And like, I just couldn't wait to do it myself. Yeah, man. So I started riding in 2018, but I was only on sports bikes, right? So also, and I was an occasional rider. Like I wasn't a hardcore rider. I'd ride like once a week, maybe, you know, sometimes I stretch it out once a month or whatever. But I was just on a sports bike. Never took it really further beyond there. Just rode with my mate here and there, whatever. And that was it. But it wasn't until like 20 when I was 21, I was married. And then
Married at 21.
yeah, I was married at 21, bro. Yeah.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
Far out, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah, I was married at 21 and ended up not working out. To get a bit deeper, like she did the unthinkable.
Yeah. Wow.
So I went through like infidelity, and I've never opened up about this really to a lot of people, but it's good. Like I want to get my story out there a bit. So I opened up. What do you call it? So I went through that, and like that was like a shock, bro. Like it was like I've always said past that, like infidelity is harder to deal with than death. Only because death you can sort of justify it, whereas in my case there was like no justification. Like everything was sweet, everything was good, bro. Like there was nothing there to like, you know, there was no sort of explanation as to why someone would do that to someone else. But I went through that, bro, and anyone that goes through it, like I can sympathize with them so much. I know how much the pain is. It was really hard, bro, and it was like, even talking about it's difficult, bro. But like, it was really difficult. It was a difficult phase of my life, and it was a really dark phase as well. And I would just like, there was a point during the whole course of that where it was like really early on, where it was like, my life turned upside down, and it was like, okay, I'm either going to jail. I'm gonna go to jail for something I'm gonna do, or I have to find some other way to get out of this sort of black hole that I'm in, you know what I mean? And I remember someone saying to me, they said to me, bro, the best revenge is to live a good life. Like live a good life after it.
Powerful.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it was really powerful. And I didn't want to let the actions of someone else define who I am. So I was like, okay, I know which route I want to take. But the thing about being stationary, right, is that you have so much time to think, bro. You're sitting in a car, you're thinking. You're lying down, you're thinking. You're reading a book, bro, you're still thinking. And you're thinking about your issue, bro, like your problem. And when there's that much emotion wrapped up in it and that much rage and that much like sort of like there was no closure, you just think, bro. You just can't stop thinking, right? And then I was like, I need something to do that will get my mind off, like not get my mind off it, but get me through it. You know what I mean? Like, and take a bit of the burden off me, bro. Like, it was just too much thinking going on, bro. Like, anything I do was just thinking about like, oh, but this, but that, but this. Because when you go through infidelity, bro, like, you got to come to a point where you realize that you were living a lie. You were living a big lie. Like, and the amount of time you spent with that person, you gotta like, you like, bro, was I living a lie for that long? You know what I mean? Because you come to terms thinking like, did this person really love me? Did this, you know, you think about all these things, and then you start questioning everything, bro, like everything in life. And it's like, am I living a lie now? Am I, you know, you just all over the shop. And unless you can sort of gather your thoughts and there's something to do which like sort of takes your mind off it, even slightly, like you got to find it, bro. You have to find it. And like that was me in the bikes, right? So I thought to myself, all right, I got to get my mind off it. What can I do? So I thought to myself, all right, what's something I want to learn? Like, I've always wanted to learn how to wheelie. Always. Like, since I was a kid. Like, I would wheelie my push bike and stuff, but like, after, obviously, life goes on, you know, you get a job and everything like that. You move on with life. I got married and all that stuff. It was like, I need something to do. I always wanted to learn how to wheelie. At this point, I really don't give two shits about... Oh, that's crazy, bro.
Look at that cunt. Sorry to cut you off.
No, that's so good, bro.
Let me kill that cunt.
Yeah. Go for it.
That was nuts, bro. That was the scariest spider of my life, bro.
Are you scared of bugs?
Not major, but that was a bad spider, bro.
calling around on the corner of your eye, bro. You're gonna see like, whoa, what's that?
I don't know if they'll see that. I'm going to turn the camera off for everyone watching if you want to watch that. That was nuts, bro.
We've got another guest on the podcast.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm sorry that distracted us, but I want to take this opportunity to, and thank you, Spider, for jumping in there. But before we get to putting your mind towards learning this wheelie, which obviously was an amazing thing to do, to distract yourself from being stuck in stationary. Like,
yeah.
I think that a lot of people can relate, so I'm glad that you touched on it as well. And relatability is the number one thing people are looking for. When people are going through something, and infidelity is the word you used, right?
Yeah.
I've never heard that word, to be honest. Does that mean to be victim of someone who cheated, like realistically?
Correct. Yeah. So infidelity is when someone cheats on you.
Yeah.
That's like, but I think it's from a marriage perspective.
Yeah.
I don't think, or maybe, I'm not sure if it relates to boyfriend, girlfriend, but yeah, it's when someone cheats on you, yeah.
Okay.
So my ex-wife was caught sort of red-handed, doing the deed, and just trying to bounce back from that as someone with like, I got dignity and self-respect. Like, I can never fathom, like, you know, you hear these stories of like, oh yeah, she cheated on him and he stayed with her or he forgave her. I can't stomach that. Like, I can never understand the psychology of a man who would stay with a woman, even a woman who would stay with a man. It's got to be like a complete lack of self-respect for yourself, man. Like, if something like that happens, bro, it's done. Like, there's no moving past it.
I think the reason why people do it is not just a lack of self-respect, it's a lack of confidence, and they are seeking the feeling of approval from the other person. So the other person gave them something that they've always wanted, which was a feeling of being important. And when they cheated on them, and they obviously... not everyone, a lot of people know what it feels like to get cheated on or have everything taken away abruptly and have not see the signs in how that could have, you know, like, and what you're talking about where people start to question shit. Like, I know what that feels like too. You start to think to yourself like, oh, how long was I misled? Was I right in the beginning? Like, what signs did I miss? How can I, and it's never going to end the more you think about it. You
exactly
know?
Right.
And someone said to me once that sometimes we lay awake at night thinking, I wonder how they're feeling. What are they thinking? Are they questioning why they did it? Are they wondering what I'm doing? Like, do they feel bad about it? Like,
yeah.
And you think about it a lot in those moments. You think to yourself like, oh, how are they thinking? This is how I'm feeling. How are they feeling?
Yeah, exactly.
How do they think I'm feeling? How do they think? Do they feel bad for this? Like, do they know how much it hurt me, kind of thing? But the truth is, and this is the best thing for anyone to understand, is they're not thinking about it.
100%.
They're not thinking about it at all.
100%.
So don't think about it anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and it's easier said than done, but you did the right thing by, the only way to not think about it is to just do other shit, because moving forward will always leave whatever thought you're at now far away behind. And we know that because you get motivation to do something, but you don't act on it. You start doing other shit. You're not motivated anymore. That thought's
100%.
gone, bro. You've moved past it.
Yeah,
so.
definitely. But to me, it wasn't so much distracting. Like, I didn't want to distract myself, right? So there's a big difference between like escaping something, like just ignoring it, putting it to the side, and there's going through something, right? Because if you ignore something and put it to the side, no matter how many years go by, it's gonna catch up to you, bro. You're gonna end up with the same. If you don't go through the emotions, you're gonna end up feeling those emotions later. Like, you have to go through them, bro. Like, if you don't go through the emotion, like, they're always just gonna catch up to you because you're just storing them to the side. Whereas in like, okay, I knew I wanted to go through it, right? Because I'm like, I need to go through it to get out of it. So the only way out of the storm is to go through it. And I needed something which was just a small, like a break, right? Because I don't preach the escapism stuff like, bro, distract yourself, like, you know, go to work, go do this, keep your mind off it, because drink, whatever it is. I don't do none of that because, like, I knew, like, it's gonna come back, bro. Like, if there's all this rage built up and you suppress it, you store it, you put it to the side, 2, 3, 4 years go, I'm telling you, you're gonna feel that same rage later down the track because you just didn't go through it. You didn't, and then you're gonna probably feel it at a time where you don't want to. Maybe you've moved on with life. Maybe you have a new partner, and like they're gonna cop it because you're gonna be like, okay, I got this rage here, you take some. You know what I mean? So
You're right.
Yeah, bro.
Escapism isn't the way to do it, and to go through the storm is a great metaphor to use because realistically, you would have known because you went through it. That's the hardest part of doing it, bro. You have to not distracting yourself. That is the wrong word. I do kind of mean it when I say distract yourself because you need to use it temporarily.
Correct.
You know,
temporarily.
you're right when you say take a break, but to go through that feeling, like it's something that I did sometime this year. Could have been 6 months ago, maybe a bit more now, but that feeling of shock comes at you of whatever the outcome might come from. But then you just have to sit in it and feel it and not distract and just absorb it, bro. And
yeah, you do, bro.
If you don't, and you just do what you say, push it to the side, suppress it, go out, drink, like distract yourself, then not only are you going to give it, not only are you going to be pouring fuel into the fire that you're going to give to someone else later, like a future partner,
100%.
but you don't know how to handle that same situation, those same outcomes if they ever come up again. And It might not be that your partner cheats on you or does anything like that, but you could have a friend who lies to you. You could have a business partner who does something behind your back, you know? And now you've gained the skills because you've fucking dealt with them properly.
Exactly,
you know
right,
what I mean?
yeah.
So yeah, I think it's an important thing, bro, to touch on. I'm glad that you opened up about that because a lot of people have not, if not already gone through it. Unfortunately, a lot of people will.
100%.
So it's good to talk about the fact that, you know, like people aren't alone. That's what that's what the hardest part is in those moments, feeling like no one understands.
Yeah, exactly right.
Because you wouldn't know what it's like, bro. Like
bro.
no one around you is probably like, for starters, married already at 21 and then all these things. And then I guarantee the people that you were surrounding yourself with, none of them had that happen to them.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
Like,
So
it's crazy. So with the bikes, right, I was like, during that process, I was like, all right, I want to learn how to wheelie. And I feel like you got to have a bit of like crackedness to want to do this. Like, I know it's hard to explain, but it's like there's an element of like I don't give two shits, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do this. You know what I mean? Like, and because at that point in my life it was like I didn't care what happened to me. Like, bro, if a truck hit me, I just didn't care. Like, it was just at that low moment in my life. So it was like it was a perfect breeding ground for me to get into it. Like, so, bro, 2 weeks after she was caught, divorced, everything's sorted, I straight away went on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. At this moment in my life, I knew nothing about dirt bikes. Like, if you told me, oh, WR, YZ, oh, KX, oh, CRF, I'm telling you, I would have told you, bro, you're just telling me random letters of the alphabet, you know? Like, I had no knowledge whatsoever. So I just literally scrolled, and I found the nicest bike, bro. It was a Husqvarna 511, had motards on it. And I messaged the guy, like, I want to come pick this up, whatever. I drove down. He was in Cronulla. I drove down to him. He was a European guy. He had kept his bike in mint condition, bro. And then I was like, yep, here's the money. And gave him the money. And then he's like, because I'd bring my ute. I just went there by myself. I go, bro, I'm gonna ride the bike home, and I'm gonna come later and pick up my ute. Like, don't worry about it. He's like, okay, I want to watch you take off. I said, all right, no worries. I had not even test rode it, bro. I jumped on the bike, yeah, and I'm used to like a sports bike, like I was on a Yamaha R3 and like just the little bikes, you know. I jumped on this Husqvarna, bro, and I'm short, right? And I swear, bro, 2 of my tippy toes are like, and I'm like, bro, I'm gonna fall, you know, like. And he's like to me, are you all right? And I go, yeah, I'll be all right. And I'm just like, fuck. I didn't even see how high this thing, bro. I could not touch the floor to save my life. And I'm like, you know what? Once I start rolling, I'll be all right. You know, once you start rolling, you just lift your legs up. You'll be all right. I said, I'm all good, bro. Clicked it in, started rolling, jumped onto the road. I started riding home. And then like every red light, bro, my tippy toes are just stretched out, bro, like that. And I'm like, damn, man, you know, I should have thought this through. And then I stopped at like my 3rd red light, bro, and I started cramping, bro, on my legs, like, because that was before I'd even learned how to shift my weight. Like, you just got to shift your weight to one side and hold yourself. But it was that's 2 weeks in, bro. After, just bang, bought it straight away. I took off work. I just left work, bro. I told my boss, like, I'm taking off for like I'm taking off the next month. And like I was solid with my boss, so he was like, you know, he was all good with that. And I just, bro, every day I just started riding, bro. Like, just okay, this is what I want to learn. This is what I'm gonna do. And I have, bro, vivid memory, bro, of like when you're at a low point, your heart's always low, right? And I just ride, and my heart's like at a normal spot, and then I jump off my bike, turn the key, and it just sinks again. It just sinks again, and that was like a couple months. But bro, from that day, I never looked back. Like I rode, I just was learning how to wheelie, I was learning slowly. And bro, I would have never thought then I'd be where I'm at now. Like I'm not the best rider, bro. Like I never claimed to be anything like that, and I'm far from the best. Like there's miles and levels above me. But I never thought, comparing myself to myself, that I'd be at this level. You know, like I just thought, yeah, I'm gonna do it for a bit, and also the love and the passion I built for it, bro. Like because of everything, it sort of helped me get through and stuff like that, and just the love of it, bro. Like it's just something fun to do, bro. Like it's hard to explain, but
that's mad, bro.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
Mad. So did you have much fear when you first jumped on it, coming from a street bike to the dirt bike for the first time? Was there much fear going on the road or anything like that?
I would have had fear, but it was at the time of my life when I jumped on it, bro. I just did not care, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, I had no care. Like I wasn't going out trying to kill myself, but I was still cautious, taking, whatever. Like I didn't want to fall, but if I did, I just didn't care, and I think that really helped. Like that really helped get me to where I am today. But once I sort of started getting out of that sort of dark space, it was like I do care. I do care about myself. Obviously, like I value myself, so I started taking things a bit more careful. But but I still learn new tricks and everything. Like
So how long ago was it that first time when you picked up that? Was it just a Well, no,
it was a husqvarna.
Husqvarna. How long ago was that?
That was January 21.
January 21. Okay,
Yeah,
so it's only
21.
been almost 4 years, realistically. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's mad. Okay, well. Were any of your mates on dirt bikes? Yeah, at this stage was anyone doing it?
I had no mates on dirt bikes at that point. I didn't know anyone on a dirt bike, to be honest. And I just sort of joined the community when I bought the bike. I joined the community, went on the ride outs, but like at that point, like I was really a nobody. Like no one, no one knew me or anything like that. I'd go on the ride outs, bro. I'd put out my phone for others. I just film them, whatever, and it was fun, bro. But with the bike, bro, like when you meet more boys and you realize they're actually on the bike for similar reasons. Not like direct similar, but like they're going through hardship as well. And you're like, all right, these boys are going through hardship. And everyone you meet is like, there's an element of hardship in their life where they're using this bike to escape. Or they're using this bike to sort of get through it. Or to get their mind off things. And it's like, we all share that, bro. Like my best mate, shout out to Miyagi. One of my best mates on the bike, bro. I was 2 years in, right? 2022. And he's messaging me like, hey, bro, I want to ride with you. And then I was like, yeah, no worries, let's link up, whatever. We linked up, but we rode for about 3 months straight before we actually had a proper convo at the park. And he was telling me, I was telling him sort of my story, and he's like, bro, I got the same story. Yeah, bro, it was like, he had a very similar story to me. He was married, divorced, he jumped on it for the same reasons, bro. And I'm like, bro, like, and he's the same age as me. And it's like, how many more boys do I ride with that have the same thing? And it's like, this bloke, yeah, I went through the same thing. Or this bloke, I'm going through this. Like, we're all on it for the sort of the same reason. Like, it's just the best method of like, it's a medicine, bro. It's a medicine to us, bro. I swear. Like, it's hard to explain, but people will say just, they're just hoons on the road or they're just whatever. Like, there's more to the story, bro.
100%.
There's so much more to the story, bro.
I can't lie to you, bro. I think, when I see the videos, look at these crazy hoons, bro. I can't lie. I can't help it, but like, that's just. Also, I don't know anyone personally inside of it. Like, 100%. I also never been involved in it. Like, I do think it's hectic, and by no point am I telling these guys to stop. Like, I want to see more of it. But, But it's mad to know that there's deep meaning behind it, bro. Like, that's incredible. How long into riding before you started to link up with boys and start to build yourself a bit of a crew, like that kind of thing?
So we started a group called Drop Back Kings, and it just sort of like. So, because in 21, like, we ride with a lot of, like, young boys, bro. Like, I'm talking 15, 16 years old. So, when we were, like, when I was, like, I'm 26 now. When we were, like, 21 or whatever, they were, like, much younger, you know what I mean? So, they would watch us. So, I actually ride with a lot of boys that watched us back in those days. Like, and it's, so we sort of started that group, and, like, more boys would come out and want to ride with us, and then we started hosting the ride outs. So, we got a lot of boys out, and that gave us, like, a lot of prominence in the community. And And bro, as like we don't got ego or anything, bro. Like we know what it's like to be a beginner, and some of us know what it's like to be like good. You know what I mean? Good riders. So it's like we didn't care, bro. If you want to ride, you got the same passion. Come down, bro. Like that's where it started from, and it was sort of that ease and that like we're not putting it on anyone, anything like that. People started to, oh, bro, this is a mad group sort of thing, like, and yeah, we just sort of took off from there, bro. Like, yeah, we just grew up and. There was one location specifically in the area. It was at this park. We used to always go hang out, and like the boys, there would be like couches thrown out onto the street, right? And we'd grab them and we put them into the spot. We ought to kick it there every time, bro. Every week or month, the council comes and cleans it out.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate, but
I know the feeling, bro.
Yeah, but we'd have like the 2 or 3 couches, bro, at the spot, and everyone's doing wheelies back and forth, and we just come to meet. And bro, you got boys that are my age, 26, 27. Then you got boys that are 21, 22. And then you got boys that are 16, 17. And bro, we're all hanging out. Yeah. And I swear, we got kids there that are 13, 14 on Surons or on like push bikes. And we all know each other, bro. And it's like, it's a big family, bro. Like, it is literally like just one big family. It's mad, bro.
That's so hectic, bro. Like, I know what it's like to find yourself growing more and more inside of, I'm going to say anything to do with street life. Like for me, the first experience I ever had was like realistically like seshing at the park with the boys. Like it was the first experience I ever had of being out as a teenager, obviously as a kid and stuff like that. I obviously had things like skate park crews and then you have like all that kind of stuff. But being older and then finding shit and bringing it back, building a little area, having all the boys always kick back, building that community, knowing everyone by name and just by love, bro. Like, yeah. And then having like people just come and take it away, bro. Or another crew might come and just fuck with it. And then you gotta find yourself something else. Like, it's mad, bro, that brotherhood. And it's mad that brotherhood is being built on something that's actually like, for me, it was a shame because I had to let go of what I deemed to be a community because I got out of the drug community, so I'd never really found anything like that again. But to know that they're being built around other things like dirt bikes and things like that, like it's awesome to know that those worlds still exist, not just around doing dumb shit. You know what I mean?
100%.
Can't lie. Some people might think doing what you're doing is still considered to be dumb shit a little bit. You know what I mean? But that's just because it's a bit dangerous at times. You know what I mean?
But you know what it is, bro? Like, it is. Obviously, I understand that. Like, it is dumb shit, right? Like, it's just hooning shit or whatever. But I swear to God, bro, like, we actually got rules. Like, there's, like, and bike life, like, specifically dirt bikes, like, on the road or, like, wheelies and stuff like that, the culture's growing so much, like, worldly, bro, internationally. Like, you got American bike life, and then you got Europeans who are always with their motards and stuff like that, and then, which is European bike life, and then you got, like, us, Australia, like, there's a bit of a split, but it's growing heaps, bro. Like, I always say, like, riding now is similar to how skating was in the 90s. In the 90s, skating was like, or maybe in the 80s, but it was like this thuggish punks, skating, vandalism. That's all it was associated with, bro. And then it became a sport that was just internationally accepted, bro. And then it's like sponsorships and things. I'm telling you, this is the same thing happening with bike life, bro. But with those rules I was talking about, like, bro, there's actually rules. Like, we all know there's pack rules, right? So when we go out, there's pack rules. When you're riding, you keep your same line. If you're gonna hit the brakes to do a wheelie or something like, you gotta look back, make sure none of the boys are coming up hard. You never change lanes without looking, like to make sure that no one's coming past you at a high speed or whatever. But you never learn new tricks. Everyone knows this. You don't try new tricks on the streets with the boys. You don't. You want to try a new trick? You take it to a quiet street. You learn the trick. Once you're confident enough, then you take it out onto the road. Like, even like mucking around with cars. Like, bro, we don't muck around with cars. Like, I tell the boys, if, there's a bit of a spat going on, like, just leave them, bro. Let them pass. Like, if someone's in a rush, they're in a rush, bro. What do we, like, get out of their way. Like, what are we going to block them for? You're always going to get those, like, bad apples or whatever. But, and, like, me personally, I can't control everyone. So so sometimes we run into occasional, like, spats with cars or people on the road. But, generally, it's always usually good. Like, we're not out there to be thugs and to harm people, bro. We're out there to ride. And I always said, bro, honestly, I swear, bro, us doing a wheelie, doing 2,000 tricks is safer than someone driving with their phone in their hand. I'm telling you.
I bet it would be.
Yeah, bro. Like, they look at us.
It's also a personal accountability as opposed to endangering someone else. Like, being on your phone while driving, you're way more risk to others than doing a wheelie by yourself.
100. And not only that, bro. Like, how much damage can you do with a bike? The more damage you're gonna do is to yourself. Yeah. Really. Yeah. Like, we know the risk we're taking when we go out onto the streets. And it's like the risk is really like 80% ourselves. Like, it's on ourselves. If I smack into a car, I'm always going to lose that battle, bro.
Yeah.
That car's going to come out with a broken door. I'm going to come out with 10 broken bones, but I accept that for myself. You know what I mean? But it's like, obviously we try and avoid that at all costs, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't be seen, it's always going to be seen like that, but yeah.
Yeah, of course. Well, realistically, how much of what is happening is deemed to be wrong to the police, right? So
Yeah.
obviously just getting on your bike and riding isn't bad as long as you have rego plates, I'm assuming, and you have a helmet and you have whatever other safety requirements are involved, right?
Yeah.
How much of that is limited in the terms where you can't ride with more than this many people? Like how far do you get to play with before it starts to becoming what people consider to be hoon shit, you know, realistically?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't know, like, it's really just, they have their laws in place, you know, like riding recklessly. Like, if your bike's up on one wheel, that's already considered riding recklessly. So
Okay.
there's nothing to do with numbers. Like, it doesn't matter how many bikes you got. There's no law governing that. And yeah, bro. But like, I'm telling you, like, there's a wheel up in one wheel up in the air is safer than someone on their phone, bro. Like, you know, like.
And like, I want to know from your perspective, realistically, and there's no judgment. I think what you're doing is hectic. I don't think you guys should stop what you're doing. So this isn't coming from me. I want to know, do you think the fact that having these road rules in place for dirt bikes is a good thing to have or not? Just because you're confident with it and the boys are confident in doing so, do you think that it's fair enough that it's illegal to be like doing wheelies and shit like that? Or do you think it should be up to the judgment of the rider whether they can get to do that shit or not?
Look, at the end of the day, like, you can't govern every single person individually. Like, that won't work. So laws are in place to protect us, obviously, at the end of the day. Like man, I'm a law-abiding citizen in every single thing I do. Like, even when I'm at work, I tell all my apprentices, bro, you follow the book. Follow by the book, you won't go wrong. You know, if you're going to ever do something dodgy, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. Like, that's how it is. That's how it works in life, bro, especially in Australia. This is the only thing I do, I swear, that's like any sense of illegal. Like, but some coppers or some people, it's like the worst thing ever, bro. Bro, I've never touched drugs. I've never touched alcohol. I've never touched nothing.
Wow.
No, I personally, I've never touched it. This is the only thing I do that's considered illegal. Like, the only thing, I'm telling you, I guarantee you that. Even in my car, bro, I'm a safe driver. Like, I don't speed nothing. Like, if I speed, I'm going to speed on my bike. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
So, like, and I'm so confident with it. So, obviously, there's those laws in place to protect us. I can't argue with that. And at the end of the day, bro, we know in the game, coppers are going to do what they got to do, bro. Like, that's their job. But we also have a job. It's like not to get caught, not to think. Like, we're all going to play that role. But what really grinds my gears, like, personally, is like a copper that risks everything to try and catch us, bro. Or risks everything to try and stop a 15-year-old kid on a bike. Bro, they chased one of our boys. They chased I got a video, 3 high patrols coming out, bang, bang, and he's flying, bro. They finally got him. He fell off in the street in a punch bowl. And, bro, they grabbed him, 15-year-old kid. Wow. And it's like, bro, you chased him for that long to what? To give him a ticket? Like, what do you... he's going to get a slap on the wrist and they're going to tell him go. Like, why would you risk his life and so many others for just to catch this one kid? You know what I mean? Like, the cops are going to do what they got to do, but it's their job, bro, at the end of the day. But we got a job as well. So.
Do you have much interaction with cops doing what you're doing? Like, how... and if you do have interaction, how often are they positive? How often are they negative? Like, that was a story of a negative situation. Is there many times when cops are just like, yeah, just be safe, boys, do what you got to do. Like, just don't be reckless. Like,
bro, cops are regular human beings, bro. You meet the good ones and you meet the bad ones. We just always cautious because we don't know which one's which, so we try and avoid.
Yeah.
But like, there was one copper who came into a street we were practicing in, and I just went straight up to his window, bro. And then I'm like, we'll get out of here, you know? And then he's like, look, boys, I was young. It was high patrol. I was young once too. I know what it's like. Just, bro, take it easy. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, no worries. Like, we're just doing it here on this quiet street. He's like, okay, like, you know, and he took off. And it was all right, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it was good. But you got some that are good, bro. But you got some that are just bad. And you got some that are like, bro, they do not give a shit, bro. Like, I have videos of riot squads in particular, bro. Like, Raptor squads as well, chasing us driving on the footpath, bro. I got videos, bro, chasing us on the footpath.
That's crazy.
I got video of a copper. The boys are riding by. sticks out his pepper spray gun and sprays us while we're riding. Bro, pepper spray straight into the helmet. Boys had to stop. Bro, like that.
What?
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, it's crazy, bro. Like,
that's wild, bro.
Yeah, man, like,
to put that much effort into trying to catch someone who's doing something personally for themselves I've always deemed that to be the wildest shit. The same thing happens inside of like, let's just say drug use, to be honest. It's an easy one that I always end up going to. But like the fact that cops put so much effort into catching someone who's just smoking dope by themselves, bro, like no harm to others, all that kind of shit, bro, blows my mind. And the same thing can be taken into place when it comes to dirt bikes as well. Like, just why chase this 15-year-old kid? Like, the cops endangering other people, not just that kid now, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, I'm telling you, the most dangerous it gets is those circumstances, bro. It's those cowboys that just come out, bro, and they just set on you, set on you like a predator chasing its prey.
Yeah.
And they're not going to stop, bro. Intersection, red lights, running red lights, everything. We're going. And we were not doing anything near this dangerous when we were just riding normally. And it's like, bro, the blokes just keep, like, some coppers, bro, they chase, get to a red light, they just back off, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. They were just doing their job and they got to a point, like, look, it's getting too dangerous, it is what it is. But those cowboys, bro,
that's wild.
Yeah, they get wild, bro. They get a bit rowdy.
Yeah, I watched in the Hoodrich one, one of the boys fell off in the ride, right? How often does that stuff happen when you're rolling with bigger groups, you know?
Usually, how often does someone fall off? Bro, honestly, it's much less than you think.
Yeah.
Like, usually when there's a camera involved, like we're doing a video, the boys get more G'd, right? Like, they want to show out for the camera. So stuff like that happens way more often when there's a camera involved, like, or there's the documentary going on. So but when we're on our ride outs, bro, I swear, like, rarely does anyone fall off. Like, it's very rare, bro. Like, I can, like, count the number on my hands, and I've been riding for 4 years, bro. Like, and I'm not talking about 4 years, like, once I've been riding solid for 4 years, like, almost every single day, or, like, you know what I mean? Like, riding hard, and that's, like, it's a long time in the bike game. Yeah, bro, like, it doesn't happen as much as you think it happens, bro.
Yeah,
it doesn't, bro, I swear.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome. And let's just say, if someone else wanted to get involved in something like this in the first place, so someone like me, and I'm not saying I'm going to get involved, to be realistically, I'm probably not.
Yeah.
But let's just use me as an example. How hard is it to become proficient at something like dirt bike stunts, things like this? Like, is it something that most people who get into can work themselves to become good at, or is it something that realistically takes a lot of craziness, because you have to be a bit fearless in the beginning to pick these things up? And do you find that most people that get involved end up becoming good at what they're doing, or do a lot of people pick it up and then realize, fuck this, you know what I mean?
Bro, it's really the same with anything, right? Any sport, it's persistence. And it's not, bro, no one's fearless when they get it. No one's born with the feeling of doing that wheelie. Like, when you first go for a wheelie and the bike jolts and you're like that, you're like, bro, what was that? Like, I remember my first time, bro, what the hell was that? Mm-hmm. Like, it's such an unnatural feeling. No one's born with that feeling. Like, yeah, I'm used to this. No one's born with it. You have to build that up. So if you're strong enough to get past the fear, it's not about being fearless. If you're strong enough to get past the fear and stay persistent in it, you will definitely, you will learn, bro. Like, there's nothing stopping you from learning. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. As
long as you stick to it, you do, and you ask people questions, bro. So many boys helped me get to where I am today, bro. Like, I ask people questions, bro. Like, you know, like, hey man, how do you do this? Or hey, how do you? And there's some key things some boys said that, like, really stuck with me and stayed with me. Like, one of the boys told me, he's like, bro, if you want to, like, I was talking about how to scrape. He's like, find your center. And bro, what the hell does that mean? You know what I mean? But it's like a philosophical saying, you know, like, he's like, find your center. And I always had an issue when I first started doing wheelies, is like going to my left. And you would think, bro, it's the bike, it's the tire, it's not, bro. It's like, he's like, once your body is perfectly aligned and it's centered, your weight is distributed downwards, is like, you'll be able to do what you're trying to do. And that was one thing that stuck with me. And also another thing, when I was like doing stand-ups on the seat, jumping back down to sit down, when I was learning how to do it, I kept looking down and jumping. Shout out to TJ Stunts. He told me this, bro. He said to me, he saw me doing it. He's like, bro, don't look at your foot pegs. When you do it, don't look at your foot pegs. Bro, look straight away. I jumped, my legs landed straight on the foot pegs. And I had it, and I kept it up. I'm like, bro, that was, like, I didn't even know what I needed, but he saw me doing it. And he's like, bro, he knows how to do it. Don't look at your foot pegs when you jump. And I didn't, bro. And it was perfect. Like, I learned how to do it straight after that. It was really good, bro. So you can't learn on your own, bro. Like, you got to ask questions. But yeah, it's I love it, bro.
I want to ask some questions, bro, because the wheelie side of things is the most hectic clips I see. Obviously, everything's based around the wheelie by what it looks like. You got you jumping across, you're putting your legs up, bro. You're doing all this
combos
shit.
and stand-ups and jump back to sit-downs.
But to do a wheelie, realistically, how fast do you think you have? Do you have to be going fast? Can you do them while you're going slow? Like anything like
Everyone knows that the mastery of a wheelie is how slow you can do it. Everyone knows that, bro. Like, if you can do a wheelie slow, if you can slow the bike down, then you've mastered wheelies. Like, anyone who's doing it fast, everyone's like, whoa, bro, that bloke's doing it way too fast. Like, it doesn't need to be fast. Anyone who asks me, bro, how do I learn or whatever, I always tell them, bro, focus on height, don't focus on speed. If you're gaining speed, 60, 70, 80 Ks, bro, bring the bike down, bro. Like, you do not need to be going that fast, and you don't want to be going that fast because it's dangerous, bro. Like, coming off at 80 Ks is much different than coming off at 50 Ks. Like, you just, you know what I mean? Before you get back up, it's sweet. Definitely, bro. I teach everyone, go high, don't go far. Don't worry about speed. Go high, go slow. That's the best way to learn, bro.
So 50 Ks, you reckon, is in, and obviously what you deem to be a safe speed to be practicing is only based on your experience, right? And you're not suggesting anyone to get on a bike right now and try
100%.
something, doing anything like that. Let's just say you had yourself private property, you had yourself some dirt and things like this. It was smooth enough for you.
Yeah.
And someone was to start practicing doing wheelies for the first time, safely and legally.
Yeah.
Is 50 Ks an hour what you deem to be a safe speed, or is that still too fast, or is that not fast enough? Something like that. Because to me, in my head, when I think of going 50 Ks, someone who doesn't ride, I imagine that's fucking pretty fast, bro. You know what I mean?
Slow, bro.
It's slow.
Nah, 50 Ks is slow.
Okay.
So do a 50K wheelie to maintain it at 50 Ks. So, like, there's what we call chasing wheelies, balance point wheelies, and like coasting and scraping, right? So it's different levels of a wheelie. If you're at chasing, that's the most dangerous spot you can be at. That's like, you do a wheelie, you're flying, and you're just gaining speed. Gaining. Very dangerous, obviously, like, in every sense of it. Like, if a car pulls out, or if you come down, you death wobble, your bike shakes, you can fall off. Like, there's so many factors to it. You want to get out of that as soon as possible. So if you're at chasing wheelies, you want to get to balance. Everyone's trying to get to balance point wheelies. Like, that's the go-to. That's where you start. You're just stuck on the throttle and you're just maintaining speed, the same speed. You're not gaining speed. You're not decreasing. And then when you get to a like higher skill level, bro, you start coasting, which is like you actually slow the bike down. So you do a wheelie that high up, that the bike, you're going at 50 Ks, the bike can slow down to 30 Ks or whatever, and then you continue. And then scraping is just like, that's just like a trick, like taking the bike as far back so the fender hits the floor. And that's like, bro, you can't go any further than that unless you cut the fender off. Some people do that.
Yeah, people do that.
People that are really skilled, bro, they cut the fender off and they'll go all the way back. It's the thing.
As a viewer, I don't understand how you can possibly ride a bike all the way back until the point where your fender, is what you call it, is hitting the ground without actually toppling yourself back over. Like, I don't understand how that's even possible.
Bro,
like,
it's inertia, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know whose law it is, but it's inertia. So, like, I used to see videos or photos of, like, people doing a knee knocker scrape, and I'm like, bro, how doesn't he fall, bro? Your knee's on it. Like, how don't you just fall down, straight down? And it's just like, you're traveling the same speed as the bike, so you're just stuck to it, bro. You and the bike are one, bro. Just, no matter the bike, you go upside down, bro, you're going to stick to that bike and come back. Like, that's just how it works.
That's crazy.
It's literally a law of physics, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So is it that the weight, all the weight of the bike is obviously underneath, like where you're sitting, basically, right? Is that where the main heaviest part of the bike would be?
The heaviest part is the motor itself. So yeah, pretty much under you where you're sitting.
Under where you're sitting. So as long as like you're realistically, that's on the ground. It doesn't really matter the front of the bike. It doesn't matter how high up in the air that realistically is, because all the weight's still down.
Exactly right. So you feel it, bro. That's why they call it balance point. There's a point where it's like, the bike's weightless, right? You know when you have a trolley, like just a 2-wheel trolley, and you put a fridge on it and you tilt it back, it's heavy, and then there's that point where it's like, okay, here we go, and you can move it. Mm-hmm. That is balance point. That's where the bike's weightless. You can just float, and then you just keep going. Like, that's how it works.
Yeah, but it's hard to imagine that too, because when you've got the fridge, it also, depending on how far you move yourself back, depends on how much further back it can go. So if all the weight is on the wheels itself and you just keep that fridge going, it's going to get to a point where it topples over.
Exactly right.
And that point's not too far, you know what I mean? But on a bike, is it because that weight's more further back?
No, it's because we got rear brake.
Rear brake.
So we bring ourselves back down with a rear brake. So obviously there's only one wheel on the floor when you're doing a wheelie, which is the rear tire. Rear brake is you press it according to how far back you're going. So if you're going all the way far back and if you just stop, don't do anything, you're gonna fall, obviously. you got the re-brake to stop you and bring you back down. So that's obviously comes in re-brake control. Like, no one gets to pass balance point without re-brake control. No one. If you're getting to that point without re-brake control, you're falling that way. There's no coming back from it. But yeah, that's how we bring ourselves back down, bro. Like, if you had a brake on the trolley when you're tilting that fridge over, the fridge is gonna come back onto its feet. You know what I'm saying?
Great point. Great point. Mad. Good explanation. All right, I like that you compared the scene right now to what you think the skate scene would have been like when it first started to develop more in the late 80s and early 90s. I noticed that back then as well, it didn't just become more aware to the retail, is what some people have started to adopt that word. So the retailers and the everyday person became more familiar with it, but institutions and brands started to adopt what it was and started to help merge it with, like, look at Nike. They bring out the SB. They bring out, like, obviously you've got your brands in the skateboards in which they were, but
and the skating shoes and everything.
The shoes, but people started to build street style around a community now that got built. So I'm wondering, like, is there anything inside the bike community or scene or anything like that like brands are now starting to adopt it and like participate and like trying to help grow it as it is as well, like, or is that an untapped market yet?
Look, we know that Monster, the brand, the Monster drink, they even come out with their own bike editions. So with Yamaha, they have a partnership with Yamaha, and they come out with their Monster edition bikes, and they're just like, that's the only thing I know personally that's branded like that. I'm certain there's more. I'm maybe not too well versed in it. But in terms of like sponsorships and stuff like that, it's only starting to roll in, right? Like, it hasn't picked up too much yet, but like even us within our own community, like in Sydney in particular, bro, we're starting our own brands, bro. Like, we got DBK, whatever, and there's other boys out there, there's other groups out there. Like, shout out to the Well Boys, bro. They're up in MD. They go hard, bro. And there's other, even like Newcastle Bike Life, they're going hard as well. Like, Hoodrich did a video on them, and he did a video on I think Cessnock, and it was like, bro, like, somewhere in the outback, bro, but they're still going hard. Like, and there's also Chaos, they're starting their own thing, and also this one, the shirt I'm wearing is One Up Co. Everything they do is like to help Palestine and stuff like that. 50% goes to Palestine, so if anyone wants to help them out, it's good. Yeah, bro, like, we're just sort of doing our own thing now. Like, we're trying to
build your own culture.
Build our own culture, bro. That's what it is. Yeah.
That's mad. Because that's when other people will want to tap in, because it's already a culture that's been built.
Exactly right.
And as you can see, like, you've already got a lot of brands. Like, let's just use one of my favorite brands, G'd Up, for example, right?
Yeah.
A lot of their advertisement now is being built around, not all of it, but a good chunk of it is being built around dirt bike stunts, you know what I mean? And it used to be something that major brands around extreme sports were only participating in, like, let's just use fucking Red Bull as a big example.
Exactly.
But now you've got like all streetwear starting to adopt all their advertisement online with dirt bike stunts, and that's helping obviously the scene grow bigger, you know. Bro. And it's like, it's mad that you're just taking advantage of that, building your own brands inside of it, because other people are going to want to now emulate your brands, your culture.
We've been hit up so many times. Hey boys, we'll send you out some jumpers. Hey boys, we'll send you out some drinks. Hey boys, we'll send you out some whatever.
That's hectic.
With the jumpers and stuff itself, like, I remember my mate Miyagi telling me, he's like, bro, like, let's get some jumpers and right. I said, bro, we got our own brand. Like, let's focus on ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, why are we gonna use our skills to push someone else's company? You know what I mean? Like, this guy just now using us because now we're getting some views. We're getting a bit of, viral views or whatever. Like, now he wants to use us. Like, let's stick to ourselves. You know, like, let's believe in ourselves, bro. And yeah, bro, but it's cracker as well. Like, it's mad to get that recognition as well. Like, even though it's something small, it's cool, bro. Like,
it's collaborating will start happening more and more. You'll find, especially I've noticed 100%. That obviously, especially since Instagram literally made collaborating a part of posting feeds, watching people posting shit together.
Yeah.
But you'll notice now that brands will want to work with other brands inside of clothes, like jumpers and streetwear will want to merge with other streetwear brands. You know what I mean?
100%.
So it's good that you're just saying no to wanting to wear other people's shit, but eventually you're going to be both posting the same videos of the same clothes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, exactly right.
It's going to be so hectic, bro. It's so awesome. How many people, and it'd be an impossible question to answer, but if you have ride outs of like 50 people, does it get much bigger than that? Like, does it get like, what's a big ride out?
Yeah, 50 is a lot of bikes. Might sound like a lot, but bro, like, if you were to watch 50 bikes coming out of a street, you're like, bro, there's at least 2,000. Like, you actually trip out. because we fill up more space than like we fill up less space than a car, so we're all bundled up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, like in Sydney currently, like 50 is a decent size rider, but we can definitely get more. But it's just the pressure from the cops, and like the thing is, people coming from so many different areas. Cops see 4 or 5 dirt bikes, like people can bring them to us. Like let's say we sort of got to moderate it, bro. We've done ride outs and we've literally selected who's coming. Like we had so much more messages, but it's like, bro, we just can't, because like things get just too hectic, especially when like think about, right, I plan the routes, right? So okay, we got 50 bucks, we're gonna go from here to here to here. Try to stick to bigger roads, 3 lanes usually. Try and stick to like less populated areas type of thing. And it's like imagine like people, they go ahead of you, like you can't avoid that. I can't stay at the front 24/7. It's just the way it works. And imagine like someone takes one wrong left turn, and so then 10 bikes take a left turn. It's like, bro, I can't call them. I'm only on the pack talk to like 2 or 3 people.
Yeah.
And we're trying to, but it gets hard. It gets hectic.
Let's just pause right there. What do you mean by on the pack talk, talking to like 2 or 3 people? How does that work? Do you have like literally group calls with AirPods in? And
yeah.
shit
So
like that?
no, we got on the helmet. There's something called a pack talk. It's a Bluetooth speaker system. It's interwoven into the helmet. Everyone, like a lot of people, a lot of boys that ride dirt bikes and even sports bikes, everyone's got one, and you just connect. Like so, you just pair with each other, and you can talk to about like I think it's up to 8. I think it's up to 8 or 5, something like that.
Mad,
yeah,
mad.
five. Talk to like 5 people as you're riding, and it's bro.
Is
It's literally like a GTA lobby, bro. Like
yeah.
you're riding, bro. Like if you're just with the boys, you're going down a ride with the boys. It's the funniest thing, bro. Like
how's the communication? Does it sound alright? Like, is it actually decent? Like, can you hear each other alright?
yeah, like full normal. Yeah, like
That's
the
mad.
bike doesn't block it out or anything. You can hear everyone clear
That's
as day. You
mad.
can put the volume up. You can play music. Like you can connect your music to each other. So like
Bro, that
like you
sounds
all
like a
listen-
literal lobby, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you know, like a COD lobby, bro. Like that's what it is, bro. But minus all that swearing and stuff. But it's good.
Far out,
It's
bro.
so fun, bro. Like it's hard. I remember when I first got my pack talk, and I'm riding and we're talking. I'm like, bro, I feel like I'm doing a GTA mission right now. Like I'm riding my bike and this bloke's talking to me. It's like Lester talking to me. And it's like, bro, it's so fun, bro. And when you're all mates and all brothers, like. You crack jokes and you this and funny stuff happen. It's just hilarious, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You have the biggest laugh, bro. I swear.
Wow, that's so hectic. And say I'm traveling through like an area where I see it a lot in, realistically, is Doonside.
Yep.
Say when you got a group of like less than 10 kids on bikes, bro, realistically. And when I say kids, I mean anyone I'm 26 as well. So anyone from my age and down, realistically.
yeah.
I'm still a kid in my own head.
Yeah, 100%.
10 people is so much, bro. Like,
Yeah, bro.
You've always got one up on the footpath. Like, say they're going left at a roundabout, bro. Like, they're just like, it's
They're
the
scattered
biggest
everywhere.
swarm, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
and like, I can imagine with 50, that would be
Hectic.
insane.
Yeah, bro.
Insane. So I understand wanting to limit it, but how tempting is it to want to just open the floodgates and just let anyone
Oh,
come?
it's definitely very tempting, bro. It's very, but like, it's for me personally. Like, I know this sounds so contrary to everything I'm saying, but I'm very safe. I'm a very safe person. So it's like, bro, I'll stress out. Like, especially if I'm leading everyone, like the boys can tell, like, bro, this is like stressed out hard, you know. But I don't want no one to fall off. I don't want no one like accidents to happen. It's like it just creates too much with that amount, that number. Like it's just too many, bro.
Well, if you get 50 people peacefully protesting against anything, like
Yeah.
if you just see them out in the city right now,
Yeah, bro.
it would be a calm, collected group.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you have 1,500 people peacefully protesting,
Yeah.
bricks are going to get thrown. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It's just what happens when people get together
Exactly
in
right.
numbers.
You can't control everyone, bro.
Yeah.
Like accidents are gonna happen, and you're bringing all these boys from a different variety of skill set. So some are good, some are bad. The ones that are good or not bad, some are weak, like in terms of their skill set, right? So the ones that are good are dropping back, slowing the bike down. But the ones that don't know, they don't know that the bike slows down when you go that far. Like so they'll fly up your ass. Like it's stuff you just can't control. So it's just like
Too much inexperience compared to experience, and then
exactly right. That's why we started sort of selecting, like not selecting. It wasn't a selection, but it was like, look, let's just limit the numbers, bro. Like let's just limit so we can have a bit more control.
Yeah,
because if it
creating
went
a bit
to
of a
like
criteria for safety, realistically.
100%, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. Well, so
That goes back to as well the rules. Like we got stuff that govern us. Like we're not trying to just completely, bro, go ape shit on the streets or anything like that. Like we want to have a good time, but we want everyone still to be safe. You know what I mean? Like we don't want someone to come off and break the arm or anything like that because it's just shenanigans, bro. Like
that's crazy, bro. That you realistically are treating this so much more safer than I ever imagined it to be, bro. Like you're actually treating this properly, bro.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
you know, not just you, but the boys involved inside this thing with you. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
from what it looks like, as anyone who watches on Instagram, it just looks like a bunch of people just doing reckless, crazy shit, bro. And it's exciting. It's awesome to watch, realistically,
Yeah.
but there is a little bit of like, fuck, I hope that it's going to be okay. You're definitely alleviating a lot of that stress onto me now, being like, trust me, bro, we're good. You know what I mean? That's mad. So, if obviously your Instagram page has grown a lot of traction over the time since you've been doing it, like, did you have anywhere near the amount of following? Oh, this whole Instagram, you got 450 who was it originally like a personal account? Did you transition into this? Like, has it only grown since doing the street bike? Would you have many followers before it?
Nah, bro. Like, I always averaged like 130 followers or something. Like, I was nothing. Like, not that someone's worth is justified by the amount of followers they have, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
But
not
like,
on a worth thing. Just
yeah,
as
of course, just
as
like
a
general
content
thing.
creation thing.
I wasn't known at all.
Yeah.
It was my personal account prior, and then we did the video on the Anzac Bridge, right?
Oh, can we please talk about this
Yeah,
first
let's go
before
for
we
it.
get back into this conversation? So that video on the Anzac Bridge, I don't know which is my favorite video, bro. Realistically, I reckon the one going through the Arncliffe Tunnel. Like, what is that? The same video? Is it from the same clip?
No, actually, they're all different days.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
All right, let's just go Anzac Bridge one first. So, like, did you plan to get a video for that day? Was it going to be this hectic clip? Was it going to be that thing?
Bro, that ride out in specific wasn't a dirt bike ride out. It was just a ride out with one of the boys. Shout out to Frysum. He's an OG in the bike community, and shout out to Mooks as well. They're just two OGs in the bike community, bro. And they're like, we were literally at the spot the night before, right? We're up at Eastern Creek spot the night before, and then I think Mooks said, bro, let's get a ride out happening. And then Frysum was like, yeah, bro, like we should do one, bro. The very next day, bro. I think it was like a Saturday. The next day was like a Sunday. We were all at the BP Servo up in Parramatta. All bikes coming down, bro. We had V-rods, sports bikes, dirt bikes, naked bikes, all the different types of things, bro. So many boys coming down, and then we jumped on. We just went right and straight onto the M4 and straight all the way down towards the city, bro. And when we got there, Mooks pulled out his phone. He was on a S1000. He pulled out his phone, and we look. And I'm like, bro, there's someone recording, and we're right next to the Anzac Bridge, and it was at the peak of sunset. It was so. If you look at the sky in that video, it's like, bro, wow, it's the beauty of Australia, you know?
Yeah.
And we're just like, bro, everyone's just popped it up. Everyone's doing wheelies, whatever. And then it was like 5 or 6 of us. That's our core group, bro. That's our proper core group, right? And it was just such a nice video, bro. Like, it was just beautiful. And it was like any other video I had taken, right? So uploaded it to my account, and it just blew up, bro. Like, I was in the shopping center with my dad, and my phone was going off like someone was calling me. But it wasn't. It was just messages.
Yeah.
Bzz, 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 like that, whatever. I pulled out my phone, and I just news. And it was Channel 10 and Channel 7 and Channel Thing and Daily Telegraph, police are investigating. And I'm like, bro, this is what the hell? And it was like, everyone in the comments always supports it. Like, it was like, bro, so what? They're just boys having fun, whatever it is, you know? Like, it's not even newsworthy, but it just blew up. But maybe because it was on a, Australian icon like the Anzac Bridge. So it was like, it was more serious or something. I don't know.
It was just attention, bro. It was just it was more, again, it was relatability. Everyone knows the Anzac Bridge. Everyone knows the city. Like, everyone knows that, bro, you know?
Also, it was a well shot video, bro. Like,
great video, yeah.
But I went to uni for 2 years and done film production, right? Before I went and did a trade. And, like, I can see a good video for just the video, right? No tricks involved, whatever. And it's like, it was just like so smooth. The Anzac Bridge looks beautiful, you got these tricks going on. It's sunset. It was just, everything was perfect about it, bro. I love that video.
Yeah.
And it ended up blowing up, right? And then the Daily Telegraph did an article, because I didn't care about back then hiding my face. My face was plastered all over my social media. And the Daily Telegraph did an article. I have the newspaper still in my van. Did an article about my page and that video. So they said, viral video, Anzac Bridge, Hoons riding over it, posted to this social media account. They said my name, and it was my name as the social media account, bro. So, and it was like this person can also be seen in other videos coming out of hospital, because I did like a comeback video when I fell off and all that stuff, and coming out of hospital, I'm like, bro, what the hell? This is just crazy, bro. But one thing we learned after that, the news is very separate to the news will make something look so serious. So, oh my God, whatever. And you think, bro, the whole world's caving in on you, but nothing happens after that. Like,
yeah, it's not public opinion.
But back then, it was like the first time it had happened. So I was stressed. Like, I was like, bro, the boys were calling each other, bro, Yeah, it was crazy, mate.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
funny
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Now we look back and it's like, bro, it was hectic, bro. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't take it back
That's
at all.
mad. It's such
Yeah.
a mad moment, bro. Like, I'm glad that was the first experience, bro, and it was so authentic.
Yeah,
It was
100%.
so authentic. What about the one in going through the Uncliff? That's my favorite one, bro. Like, I just love, especially the camera turning around and looking at the number of
number of
boys
boys,
going through
yeah.
it together. Like, it's fucking wild. Like, I just wish I seen that in real life, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
It's
to see
crazy,
that
man.
in real life would be hectic.
That was one of our ride outs that we did. We went to the city again. I'm pretty sure that was the one where we went over the Harbour Bridge, bro, and that video went viral as well. And now it's actually popping off now. Like only like last week, it was on the radio.
Oh, wow.
And some guy, I can't remember, I think it was 2GB. He was talking about, oh, look, get a load of this, Harbour Bridge Hoons and all that, whatever I was talking about it. And they just, I think the Mossman official news account, because obviously we headed towards Mossman, just posted it just yesterday on their thing. It was like, just like last week. And they were like, double demerits, don't do what these guys are doing. And the video's got like, and everyone in the comments is like, why are you promoting this? And they're like, bro, we took that video a year ago. Like, it's still relevant, bro. It's crazy.
That's mad. When these things happen, like when the news picks it up, how much traction does it actually bring towards your pages and things like this? Like the boys' pages, your page, the DBK page, and like that.
Usually when people take the video, they don't credit us. Like if it's people that obviously they don't agree, like a news article or something like that. It's not so much about traction, but we sort of when something pops off, we go quiet a bit. Like we just settle down a bit. Like, hey boys, like this is happening. Let's just quiet down a bit. And bro, we were on a ride once. We rode from Beverly Hills to Brighton, right? I swear to God, it was just 4 of us, me and 3 other boys. We rode to Brighton. We stopped at Brighton. Someone sent us a video, Channel 7 News. We clicked it. It was literally the ride 10 minutes ago.
Wow.
We didn't even get home before we were on the news. Just from 10 minutes. I'm like, bro, who sent this in? Someone recorded it, sent it straight to 7 News, and 7 News uploaded it instantly on the Instagram page. And we're like, bro, we're still in the same clothes. We're wearing the same clothes, bro. Same helmets. Like now it's a bit red hot, like
yeah.
Whatever. If there is cops coming out, like if someone's seen it, they might target us a bit more. But so we're like, bro, we're gonna get the F home, bro.
Yeah.
So I ended up just legging it home, and
wow.
it was interesting.
Is there much response from the police when you upload a video like that? Like, say, because everyone's obviously on road registered bikes as well. You see number plates. I've seen them in some of the clips, bro. You see people's, you know who they are.
Yeah.
If you know anyone who can look up a rego can find out whose bike it is,
100%.
right? Do people get in trouble for the shit that gets posted?
So far it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
I think if it does happen, whoever it does happen to is going down hard.
Yeah.
Because but at the end of the day, like, there's a sort of policy, bro, no face, no case. Like, if they say you were the one who did it and you're like, I didn't do it, and they can't prove it's your
Didn't even
face.
think that, yeah.
If they can't say, like, that's the face that's on this bike, but bro, I'm wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
They can't prove it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I was in a court case myself. Dash cam footage, 4 wheelies and just 4 wheelies straight down this road, bro. And then ended up 5 months later, I get a knock on my door. New South Wales Police. I opened up. It was a highway patrol. He's like, I need to speak to you about an incident, whatever, 1, 2, 3. I'm like, yeah, come on in, whatever. I offered him some coffee, sat down. He's like, you were recorded on, bro, it was like, whatever, I can't remember how long ago, it was like a year ago or something now. And you were recorded on this date. And I'm like, bro, that was 4 months ago. With 4 wheelies or whatever. At this point, I had my number plate showing. Obviously now we don't show them at all. But he's like, you need to tell me who was on that bike. And I'm like, I don't know who was on it. Yeah. And then like, yes, you do, mate. I know it was you. You're pulling all these tactics. And then the copper was like, that's your bag. That's your backpack. I know that's your backpack. And I'm like, what backpack? Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, mate, if you don't tell me who was on it, I'm gonna send you to court. And I thought he was bluffing, yeah? I'm like, yeah, all right, send me to court. He ends up sending me to court, but I only got charged for obstruction of justice.
Yeah.
So it was like a $500 fine, bro.
Yeah.
But like, because they can't prove it's you. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So that's it. Unless they're building a case, they're probably building a case on us straight out. But
yeah. Well, trust me, when I go back and edit this video, bro, like there'll be some beeps, there'll be some things cut out to make conversation a little bit easier.
I appreciate that.
yeah. As you're talking, I'm like filtering. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're editing in your mind already, right? I can see how you're doing it.
Yeah. Nah, that's awesome, bro. So when some of these boys have come out, let's just say when Hood Rich came out and filmed you boys out on your ride, did you feel like watching it, being a part of it, that was a good representation of what it was really like to be? Like when these guys, like even Irini, I can't remember the guy's name.
Inari
Inari films, when he came out as well. when you're not responsible for the content you're putting out, sometimes you might not necessarily feel like they got to tell the entire story. Like, do you feel like what they've been representing has been a good, accurate feeling towards you guys?
Hoodwich's video was alright. I say it could have been a little bit better, like in terms of editing and stuff. Yeah, it definitely got the raw, authentic feeling of what we do. Inari's one was a bit better. Me personally speaking, just from that's my own opinion. He showed a bit more. He asked a bit more questions of like what are you guys about type of thing. But yeah, so if you compare the two, like Hoodrich's video was more authentic, more raw, and then Ari's video was more like getting to the crux of why we do that. Yeah, more personal. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they kind of serve their purpose in a good way. You
yeah,
know?
they both sort of complement each other.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's mad, bro. That's why I'm also really glad you're able to come and share a bit more of a personal experience from your side of things of what it's like leading up to getting into the scene as well. You know, not just
100%.
what the scene is and seeing it as an observer, as a pedestrian kind of thing. You know. Because that's one thing I've noticed about content creation is I always want to get into the more journalistic approach when it comes to documenting things. But unfortunately, if I'm going to do it, I have to approach it with my view of what I think it is. It doesn't matter how much I try and invite them to tell me. I'm still observing it as an outsider.
Exactly
you know
right.
I mean?
Yeah, you still got your own perception about what they're telling you.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
How expensive is a hobby like what you're doing, bro? Realistically, like even fuel must be like worth a bit of money if you're riding every day.
Bro,
like
dirt bikes is not an expensive hobby. Like compared to like the car scene, bro, not nearly as expensive. Like a full tank in my WR is like, bro, $10.
Yeah,
every time. Yeah, $10, like full tank.
Wow.
Like so, majority of the time we go out, we fill up whatever. It's like $6-7 a tank. Like you don't even think about it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but even parts and shit. Like it's a dirt bike, bro. All the parts are right there. There's there's not many fairings you got to take off and stuff. So when it comes to like servicing, I do all that stuff personally myself. Anything major, the boys, like I get some of the boys to do it for me. And I'm talking about like kids, bro, like 15, 16-year-olds, bro, who are so good at mechanics, bro, like better than I'll ever be, bro. Like, and they do some stuff for me, bro, and it's good, bro.
Yeah.
Like even speaking on those boys, man, like the way the scene's going now, this younger generation, bro, is taking it to next levels, bro. Like, so in 2021, bro, if you could do a balance point wheelie, like just a balance point wheelie, you were just a gun, right? And then like as the years went on, we sort of got better. We sort of like scraping came in and people started to scrape more and whatever. Like all these new tricks started getting added and combos and stuff like that. But the kids that are coming up now, bro, are just guns, brother. Like I can't even describe them. Like there's this kid, he's out in up in MD, bro, like 125 hitter, bro. He's a gun, bro. Like this kid's like, I don't know, they told me he's 15 or 16 years old. And he's hitting like next level American type of stuff. And he's only young, bro. Like imagine in the next 4 years when he hits the age of 2021, bro, he's going to be, bro, too good, bro. Just too good. Even some other boys I ride with, bro, like Oms, shout out to Oms. They're just guns, bro. Like,
yeah.
And you forget, bro, like you ride with them and some of these kids are more mature than you think, right? So like we just went on a ride out the other week, right? This is a funny story. And we got this mad video. I posted it. We got this mad video. And Oms was in there. He was just like, he was scraping 2 or 3 times. And I was like, yeah, I was G'ing him up. And then after I'd uploaded it, he called me. He's like, bro, please delete it. And I'm like, why? What's wrong? You know what I mean? He's like, bro, my mum might see it. And I'm like, bro,
mad.
You're out there committing every traffic violation under the sun, yeah? And you're 15 years old, but he's still worried his mum's going to see it, right? So there's that, like, I forget, like, bro, these kids are young, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, so I deleted it and I ended up, he's like, oh, black out my face. So I ended up putting like this box over his face, right?
Yeah.
And I re-uploaded it. He's like, yeah, all good. That's sweet. We're sweet now. And I was like, fuck, you forget, bro. They're kids, bro. Like, they're young, you know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
like, I swear, bro, if you actually meet them and talk to them, they're so much mature than what you think.
Yeah.
They're not just like hood rats riding recklessly and they want to, you know, bash everyone and all that stuff. But they're, like, they know what they're doing. And what they do is what we do is a skill, bro. It's like, I always compare it to art, bro. It's a form of expression. It really is.
Fuck, that's a mad statement, bro.
Bro, it is a form of expression, bro. Like, just like someone paints with a brush, we're painting on the streets, bro. That's what I tell people.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like, yeah, bro.
That's fucking, I'm glad you said that, bro. Because, like, the older I get, the more I'm starting to understand what creativity really is and art and expression. And it's just a personal way to live your life. That's all it is, bro. It's just a way to to really act on what you find interest in. That's all art is, bro.
Yeah, bro,
It's your
literally, it really is.
interpretation of the world around you.
100%. And how you express it as well. Like, people express it in different things, bro.
Yeah.
And we express it by doing this, like showing, like, and what you see isn't anything short of like just raw athletic ability, bro. Like, it's skill. It's talent. That's the word I was looking for. It's talent, bro. It's not just some kid jumping around the bike and just hopping up and sitting back down. Like, if you jump on a bike and you do a wheelie, okay, I can do a wheelie, but how the hell do you jump onto the seat? Like, people spin out.
Yeah.
How the hell do you jump back down? Like, you're moving at 60, 70 Ks, you're flying.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. This is how it is, bro.
I'd love to honestly learn how to do a wheelie. It's something in the back of my head that I'm always interested in doing. One of my mates, he lives around the corner. He just got into bikes recently, actually, and it's his goal at the moment. He wants to be able to do it because even like his cousin, he's young. He's probably just turned 18 or something now as well. But he's like a freak, bro. He's one of those guys like you, bro. Just popping wheelies, jumping onto the seats, just heading down the main roads. Everyone just watches like, how is this even possible?
I swear. But you know what's amazing about it as well? You will see people do the same trick, yeah? But everyone's got their own style. And like, obviously to someone who's just the average Joe, they won't be able to tell the difference. But when you, like, just for example, swerving, I can tell you 10 boys that know how to swerve, but I can tell you who's swerving if I see him from the distance. Like, it's like their body language is morphed into what they're doing. Because you can tell who's coming up from a distance, bro. He's look two Ks down the road, like, oh, who's that? And I'll tell you straight away, oh, that's this person. This is so-and-so. I can tell by the way he's doing that stand-up. I can tell by the way he's dropping back. I can tell, bro, it's and we all got the same looking bike.
Yeah.
Yamahas are all blue, bro. You know what I mean? They all look identical from a distance.
Yeah.
But you can literally, like, everyone's got their own style of how they do things.
Mad.
It's crazy, bro. It's good, man.
How much does it cost for a decent bike for someone who's never bought one before? How much does it cost? How much would you recommend someone spend if they want to get interested in this hobby?
If you want to, like, anywhere between, I'd say, like, 8 to 12 grand. If you're looking for, like, a dirt bike, WR, something like that. Like, if you're looking for a second-hand one. If you're brand new, obviously, they're about, like, 15 to 18K now. They go up every year, bro. They go up $1,000 every year. It's just crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, anything like, bro, nothing over 20. Like 20 is just like, bro, it's full exceeding everything. Yeah.
And obviously, I'm assuming you ride on a 450. Is that what
Yeah, I
you
ride
on?
450.
Yeah. Bro, I've ridden 250s before. Like that's such a comfortable, easy bike, realistically. But I jumped on my mate's 450 once. Oh my god,
bit more power.
That's nuts. Would you ever recommend anyone to honestly jump onto a 450 straight away, or is that too big to jump into start?
Bro,
with?
when anyone ever asks me, I honestly say it doesn't matter the CC. Like, it doesn't matter the speed of the bike. You literally get used to whatever you ride.
Okay.
So people think, like, if I jump on a 450, it's gonna send me back. It's not gonna do that. You just get used to whatever you ride. So if you start with a 450, you're gonna be used to a 450. If you go to a 250, after that you're gonna be like, bro, it's so slow. Like, you just get used to whatever you ride. So it's not like if people ask me, I say, well, bro, if you're gonna do this for the long run, jump straight on a 450. Why even waste your time? But then as well, some people say it's better if you're doing tricks to learn on a smaller bike and work your way up because you can get used to balance point, and that is definitely true. Just depends what you want to do.
Yeah, so it is realistically a lot easier on a 250, but I'm assuming it's still going to be that same shock value the first time you jump onto a 450 anyway. So if
100%.
you're going to plan to get one,
if you're talking just general riding, like just riding, I'd say, bro, jump on the fastest bike because you're just gonna get used to it. Like, if you jump on a smaller bike, you're gonna be like, all right, now I've gotten used to it. I need something faster. And you're just gonna have to keep changing. But if you had just gotten used to the fast one straight away, you would have just gotten used to it straight away. Like, but if you're gonna be doing tricks, it's probably better to start with something small. At least then you can practice, because on a smaller one you're gonna have to start by doing them slower. You know what I mean? So it's probably a bit better.
Yeah. Okay. Do you ever take your bikes and go down to actual dirt bike tracks? How often is that part of your world or the boys' world?
A lot of the boys do. Me personally, I don't think I've never stepped foot on the dirt, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's crazy, but I've just never stepped foot on the dirt. I've never had an interest in it. Like, I've always been on sports bikes, as I said in my early days when I first started riding, just sports bikes. And then when I jumped on the dirt bike, it was solely for the purpose of just learning tricks like wheelies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I didn't even start on grass. I started on asphalt.
Yeah.
So like a lot of boys who start will like take their dirt bike to the park and start trying to wheelie on the grass. I was straight asphalt from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just full asphalt. I've never... the dirt, it's not my thing. But
yeah.
definitely. The boys always tell me, come out, whatever. I'm like, bro, I don't know, like...
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go there and look like a full fresh L plate again, you know?
Yeah, well, it's a whole different level of tricks as well.
It is as well.
It's a whole different game.
100%. It's a completely different ball game, bro. Like, the dirt is like real level rider shit. Like, And yeah, I don't know. I just always just had a passion for the concrete, bro.
Yeah. When you fall off something going like 50 k's an hour, like how much damage realistically can be caused if you fall off doing something like that's slow in your opinion?
Bro, I've seen boys come off slow, jump back up. You're right. I'm all good. Pick up the bike, keep going. It just depends how you fall. I fell off at like 50, 40 k's. That's when I was doing that scrape, and the bike fell. Because the bike squashed my leg, it just broke it.
Yeah.
Had my leg not been there, I would have been like, bro, I'm sweet. Like, it was just my foot.
Yeah, okay.
So it just depends how you fall and stuff like that. But you can definitely do big damage falling at a slow speed. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, fast speed is 10 times worse. You're less likely to cause big damage going at slow speed. Much less likely. But you still can, bro. Like, you still can fall off at 10 k's. And I have a mate who fell off at 10 k's. He was riding a sports bike and broke both his arms, bro.
Oh, wow.
Both his arms. He was just going down a hill. He was turning towards, and he's hit gravel, slipped, and it's just the way he landed, bros. I don't know how he landed, but he was in a cast like that. it was funny.
Everyone's tagging him, mate.
Yeah,
Can't do
bro.
nothing about it. All right. Well, what about the scrape damage? You know, realistically, how do you avoid stuff like that? Like, do you wear anything protective, anything like that? And how do you prevent yourself from just fucking cutting yourselves up on the road?
Oh, bro, just get used to it. If you want the raw, unfiltered version, get used to it. If you want the sensitive version, probably wear some gear, bro, wear some leathers. Yeah. If people want to wear leathers, bro, or just stock up on some jackets. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do many people take it seriously when it comes to like preventing themselves from wanting to get, you know, scraped and cut up and things like that? Do people wear that kind of shit when they go for a ride?
Like in terms of my community, not really. It's like the best protection you got is your shirt.
Yeah, that's wild.
But usually if people do come off, like I'd usually throw a jumper on, me personally, just a jumper. Like it's still not gonna do anything. You need leathers, bro. If you want actual protection, you need leathers. Like
Yeah.
that's the truth. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Yeah, you just learn by feeling the burn. After you scrape yourself, jump in the shower, you're like, nah, I don't want to do this no more. maybe it's time to get some leathers.
Mad. What's the law behind it? Like, what do the police say you have to wear when you go out on the road?
Nothing. Like legally, nothing,
Yeah.
bro. You can go out
only?
you can go out with no shirt, bro. Like they can't say anything to you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but obviously you're gonna learn the hard way if you fall off.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
That's the risk you take. So
And a helmet's a law, obviously.
a helmet is a law. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that is the thing. Obviously, helmet's definitely a law. I don't think it's a law in America, but here it definitely is a law.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's very dangerous without a helmet, bro.
Are you pretty strict on the fact that you should wear a helmet at all
Bro,
times?
I tell the boys, if you're going 2 seconds down the road, you put a helmet on, bro. It is not worth it, bro. Like, it is not worth it in the slightest. Everyone knows, bro, helmet saves lives. That's one thing we're rigid on, bro. Like, all right, you want to wear a shirt, you want to wear thongs, whatever you want to wear, all right, whatever. But you got to wear a helmet, bro. Like, that's bro, you can fall off at 10 Ks. If you smack that on the concrete, you're going to die.
Yeah, but if you
Bro.
smack your arm on 10Ks, whatever.
You're going to die, bro. You got helmet. No, bro, even if you're going 2 seconds down the road, bro, chuck a helmet on. I know boys, bro, that when it took the bike around the block, fell, his whole face was scraped. And nothing happened to him, but, bro, you should have put that helmet on, bro. Like, it's the given.
That's a nice message to say, bro. I like that you said that as well.
Even on the streets, bro. Even on, like, where we practice. Bro, you're going to go from one side to the other, bro, chuck a helmet on, bro. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth it, bro.
Another big misconception that I'm glad was touched on the Hoodrich documentary as well, that like a lot of the boys are actually hardworking lads as well. Because to be able to afford a bike, if it's worth anything between 8 to 12 grand just to get your foot in the door, like you have to have some money realistically, right?
100%.
And a big misconception is that people are just more like, you know, on Centrelink, or they might be just like, you know, bludgeon, just taking their cruisy time, whatever. But it's an expensive hobby to realistically get into. So a lot of the boys actually are full-time working, bro. They're tradies, they're apprentices, they're doing that kind of shit, bro.
100%,
like,
bro.
that's important, you know?
Nah, definitely, bro. Like, bro, we're normal people, bro. We got, like, I'm married, bro. You know, I got a kid on the way. And, like, I got my own business, my own company. All the boys have, like, a couple of the boys have their own companies that are my age. And all the other boys, right, they're apprentices or they're at school or whatever. We're all like, contributing to society. Like, we're not just fucking... Yeah, you know, like living on the dole or something like that. Like, and there's a big misconception. Oh, stolen. Like, brother, none of these bikes are stolen. Like, all our WRs that everyone has is nothing stolen. We don't touch hotties. We don't do nothing like that. We don't go rip bikes. There's nothing like that. There's obviously bad apples, you know, in every community or whatever, but that's not something we do or anything like that. Majority of the boys who have these bikes are all legit bikes, bro.
So the stolen bikes is a big world, bro, isn't it? Like,
It is a
people
massive
stealing
world, bro.
bikes.
Yeah, especially in the dirt bike like scene. It's like
And what do people do when they just sell them to paddock bashing bikes? Or they like
you're actually asking the wrong person, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I actually have no idea.
I
Like,
don't understand it either. Like,
yeah,
I know
like,
someone
when
that's got
you're
done
not
on it.
associated with that, you actually don't know much about it. But I think they just rip them and I don't know what they do, bro. Like, it's much easier to steal, I think, a unregistered YZ, like a dirt bike, than steal like a WR that's registered with a number plate because it's already associated with something, right? So I think they just take it, they scratch off the VIN number and sell it. I don't know what they do, bro. You can ask them, bro.
Yeah, because I know that if you get done riding a bike that has got the VIN and shit scratched off, you get done for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know someone that got done for it and he thought he was buying the bike legit.
Exactly right. That's what happens a lot to a lot of people, man. They buy these bikes legit. They think they're buying it legit, but that guy has stolen it, or the guy before him has stolen it. And it's like, bro, it wasn't me. Like, you didn't trace it back to that person. But
like, it must be becoming a less and less heavily involved community, like the stealing bike community, because like people are now, everything's being traced. Everyone knows what to look out for, everything like that. You know,
100%,
it was massive like 6, 7, 8 years ago. Massive.
yeah, but now every bike's got a tracker, and there's obviously everyone's got security footage around and stuff like that. So it's a bit less, but I don't know. Yeah, something to ask them.
One of my favorite videos you put up, bro, was the how to wheelie video you did.
Yeah,
bro. Really good video, you know what I mean? Really good. It's actually mad interesting knowing that you went to uni for a couple of years to do film as well. Why did you first want to go to uni to do that in the first place?
I always had a passion for filmmaking growing up, like, which is actually like, it combines well with what I love to do in my social media. Like, I love writing, and I love making films, make a mad reel. That's why my reels are a bit more artistic they're not just raw writing reels. They're always like a bit more, like, I like to have a bit of artistic elements in them. Whether I merge it with, like, you know, slow motion or with a certain song I like or something like that. Even the edits with the boys, like, it's just, I just love, that's what I've always loved to do. So I went to uni after school to do film production. I was studying film production. I was there for a year and a half, and there was some things with uni I just disagreed with. So I ended up leaving to do a trade, but I still have my passion for film. So I still do, like, and it merges perfectly with my bike things.
It's mad.
So yeah, that's what I love.
And what, if you don't mind me asking, like, why did you not want to be going to uni in the first place? Like, I mean, not in the first place, but inevitably in the end.
It's sort of like my mind frame about it. Like, uni, when I was there, if you like, this is what I say now after my experience there, is like, if you're gonna go to uni, you got to learn. It's either you got to do medicine or you got to do something direct, like teaching or something specific like that. Like, when you do a Bachelor of Arts, which was what I was doing, you can learn that stuff online. Like, they're teaching me stuff I'm paying 1,500 a block for, whatever, a class type of thing. And it's like, bro, I could have easily learned this on YouTube. I know that for a fact. Like, you could have easily learned this on a YouTube, how to do this or whatever. And not only that, it was so rigid. Like, okay, the teacher wants you to do this, but then I'll do something else. Like, no, we didn't want you to do that. It's like, bro, how do you limit, like, art? Like, this is what I wanted to do. Why isn't there like a open element into how to do things, you know? Like, it's like, and then it was just, everyone was given a role. I was usually always the director of photography, but I wanted to know how to edit, but this guy was the editor. And then we get marked like that, and it's like, bro, what am I paying for? Like, that's why I got like a bit pissed off, and I'm like, you know what, I'd rather do something. And also, you pay uni doesn't pay you, which is, as a kid I used to trip out, right? So my sisters are like 7, 8 years older than me. I remember them very vividly, bro. Like, yes, I got into uni. And I'm like, oh, mad, you know? I was a kid, bro. I was a little kid. I'm like, oh, how much are they going to pay you? And then they're like, what do you mean? Like, we pay them. So I said, why are you excited to go to uni, but you got to pay them? You got to pay them to teach you. Shouldn't, if they wanted you to come to their uni, pay you to go there? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'd rather do something where I'm learning and earning, which was a trade in that case. And whatever the money I save, I can use to spend on my hobbies that I enjoy, or spend on my life that I want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uni wasn't doing that. Like, and they don't help with like there's no uni and like it's uni and work. Whereas in a trade, it was like work and earn. So it was work and like you're earning. You know what I mean? So it tied in a bit well.
It makes so much more sense, bro. I recommend everyone to do a trade. And I agree. I think science is, in my opinion, the only thing worth going to uni for.
Yeah.
Science, bro. Like
100%.
Teaching in itself, bro. I don't even know if in the next 5 years it's going to be worth going to uni to do.
100%, bro. Even that saying,
bypass it, bro.
100%, yeah. Like if you're going to be a nurse or you got to go through uni. Like, or maybe you can even go through TAFE now. If I don't even know, bro. But But now it's also become such a business, bro. Uni is just a business, bro. They just see numbers now, bro. Like, teachers don't really, I don't know, like, in my experience, teachers really didn't care. You lecture, you know, you ask for the extra help. Like, I remember, bro, I had this, one of this class in particular, and we had to bring this specific thing, right? And I went there and I forgot it. But I knew my teacher that lecturer had a spare one. And I told him, bro, can I please use a thing? I forgot. He's like, it's not my problem.
Oh.
I'm like, bro, are you serious? Like, oh, bro.
Especially when you're paying, bro. I hate that shit, bro.
Yeah, but, bro, like, why are you so smug about it, bro? Like, you know, like, you're an educator. You should be desiring to, you want your students to learn, you know, prosper. You know what I mean? Why are you, like, it's not my problem. You forgot it, bro. Like, I'm not going to help you.
Yeah.
Why, bro?
You're paying a service as well, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Which is the craziest thing about it, bro.
It's crazy, bro.
You should be paying to get the information. You shouldn't be paying to beg for the information if you're on your best behavior.
But even like a teacher should always have that desire to, bro, want to teach or want their students to do good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, if you don't have that desire, what are you doing, bro? You're just here for the money and get taken off.
Of
like,
course, they're just employees at the end of the day.
Exactly
That's
right.
what people struggle to recognize. Like, people think that uni's only just turned into a business. Uni's always been a business, bro, and the customers are the people that want the education, bro.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
But so that's why I ended up leaving.
Yeah, no, that's mad. Well, so do you ever want to get into doing more film? I know you're enjoying the Instagram side of things and you like making the reels and stuff, but is it still something that you want to do as a form of creativity outside of just doing Instagram?
Yeah, I'd love to, man. I'd actually love to, but I just don't see any avenues that I can go down. Like, I don't know. So I just left it at that. Like, I've made short films before, just me and my friends, like actually proper short films, but like, and I've acted in a lot of them because like of my athletic ability and stuff. Like, there's a video of me like hanging out the side of a car and it's going like 60 Ks and I'm like, and it's not green screen, bro. Like, and I'm just shooting at this bloke and we're getting shots and it was just crazy, bro. But like,
hectic,
yeah, bro, I swear, like, I'm holding off from the side of the U and we done this action film, and it was like, bro, there's no one else that would have done this. You know what I mean? Like, I know I was very capable of doing it.
I'd love to see that, bro. I hope
bro.
you send that to me. I want to watch that.
Nah, I'll show you definitely.
Yeah, that's mad. What about you've obviously started to become pretty great at the tricks you're doing. Are you still trying to constantly improve? Is there anything that you want to be able to do that you haven't learned to do yet? Or like, I don't even know how big this world of tricks is, bro.
Oh, bro, it's never ending, bro. Like, there's so much more tricks. There's people in like the States, bro, like coming out with these tricks. That's how you know you've sort of like, you've embodied the whole bike life and you're just like, you're at the top of the game, bro. Like, what's his name? Ray Davidson, one of my favorite riders. Like, because he's like, I model myself after him because he's the same height as me.
Yeah,
and
man.
like he just jumps and jumps and jumps and jumps around the whole thing. And bro, he done this trick recently. In this video, right? He went all the way back, jumped off the bike, ran and jumped back on it. And it was like, bro, what else are you gonna come up with, bro? Like, what else? Yeah, you would never think someone would ever think about trying that.
Yeah,
and it's just crazy, bro. But like, they're just goats. Some goats over there that just do new things. But me personally, I'm sort of at the end, bro. I'm at the end of my, like, bro, I'm not that good. Like, I don't even consider myself that good still. There's still, like, light years above me. But I'm just happy where I'm at. And there were certain tricks I said to myself, bro, if I learn that, I'm happy. Like, I'm happy if I just give up and, not give up, but just let it go and just move on. I'm happy with my life knowing that I've accomplished these things I wanted to, bro. So at this point now, I'm not really learning new tricks. I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
Also, like, because I do a trade, it takes a load on my body. And my back now is I'm starting to get something on my back. I don't know, I don't get into the details, but, and now when I go onto the bike, it's like, still hurts a bit. And it's like, also I got a kid on the way. So it's like, oh, I don't want to hurt myself. You know what I mean? Like,
damn.
There's a lot of factors to take in.
Having a kid on the way is definitely got to be changing some perspective.
Yeah,
for
but
you.
I can't wait, man. Straight out. Like, she's due, my wife's due in January.
Mad.
And I just can't wait, bro.
Mad.
I'm keen as
That's mad, bro. Like, you married again? Like that?
Yeah, I'm married again. Yeah, I bounced back, bro. Like, once I got through it, as I said to you, like, I went through it, right? So I'm like, I want to go through this because I don't want it to catch up to me later in life. I went through it. I got to a point where, like, but you know what, bro? I feel like I'm 99% healed, you know? And the bike helped with that a lot. It's like, now it's time to meet someone else. Whatever. I met someone, like, everything's a gift from God, bro. You know, like, it's just a blessing, bro. If you're patient, bro, and you just be patient and you trust the process, you trust God, bro, he will open doors for you. And that's what happened with me and my current wife now, bro. Like, I don't even think about back then. Like, it's like such a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And it's really not that long ago, but it's like, such a long time ago emotionally. So it's like, it's in the past. Like, I moved on. Like, I accomplished what I wanted to do. And the bike helped me a lot with it as well. Like, even just the confidence thing, bro. The bike helped me with confidence, resilience, bro, falling, getting back up, you know, learning new things, accomplishing new tricks. Like, bro, there's no feeling like getting a trick you were trying to learn for so long, bro. Like, I can't even describe. It's with anything, but with the bike in particular, there's such a high risk factor, bro. Like, there's certain tricks that you can easily fall off, right? It's like, and you learn it, and it's like, bro, yes, like, and then when you got boys there cheering, going, yeah, bro, just screaming. We got videos, bro. I got so many videos in like the street. Like, one of the boys will learn something, and we're all losing it, bro. We're screaming because we're happy for him. You know what I mean? Like, we know the feeling.
Yeah.
It's it's indescribable.
That's mad, bro.
It's indescribable, bro.
I've been playing on this idea. I want to know if you think it relates to what you've been involved in, that getting something necessarily isn't the best part. It's going to get something is the best part. So once you have something, it's almost like you have it now. You're done. Feeling of relief. You know what I mean?
It's the journey, bro.
It's the journey. You know what I mean? Like, it really is going to get something.
Yes, 100%,
as opposed to
bro.
having something. You
Nah,
know?
definitely, bro. Like, a lot of people, a lot of like celebrities, right? Or people that want to get rich, they go through the whole process, and when they're rich, they're the most depressed they've ever been. Why, bro? Because the only thing that kept them going was that they want this. But once they had it, it's like, it's not really worth much, bro. And it's like, okay, what was worth much? Well, the journey along the way was worth more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And who you go on that journey with, bro. So I tell people, like, I always tell people this, bro. I don't care what I'm doing. I only care who I'm with. If you're with people that, like, you love, you know, they love you, they support you, they respect you, whatever, and you can have a good time together, bro, it doesn't matter if you're in the thick of things, bro. You're in the freaking the Amazon desert. You will have a laugh and have a good time, I swear. But if you're in the Bahamas by yourself, no one there, no one to share it with, bro, it's boring. It's just gonna be boring, bro. It's all about who you're with, bro. It's not about what you're doing.
It's an important lesson, bro, in life, realistically, bro. Like, I love that you've taken what you've done with getting on the bike and mastering skills, and like, you've used as a metaphor to literal life lessons and journeys.
Thanks,
you know
bro.
what I
I
mean?
appreciate
Like, people are so unaware of really the magic that happens inside of the crafts they're pursuing, bro. You know, and
Yeah,
to
bro.
have that open-mindedness, and also, I don't know the word. I don't even know if there is a word, but to be able to take something and metaphorically use it to describe something else, you know, and find the messages hidden within the meanings is such a close enough word my mate taught me is steganography, and that's finding the meaning hidden within the message.
Okay,
you know? And I feel like that's a pretty close representation to what you do, you know?
Thanks, bro.
It's not just riding, bro. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's so much more to it, bro.
It's
It's
having goals and overcoming and pursuing and not distracting, but, you know, acting, and you know what I mean? Like,
bro.
Fuck, it's so dope, bro. You know?
I thank you. I thank you, bro. I respect you so much, straight up, thanks for having me on this platform and everything. As I was telling you, bro, like, there's more to the story, but I think people, they don't really, like, when I say that, they only really get what I'm saying when I speak, and it's like, like, sometimes it blows them back a bit. Like, whoa, people don't expect, like, oh, this kid rides a dirt bike and, you know, he does tricks, that he's gonna be educated. They actually don't, bro. Like, people, like, look down on us in a sense. So I was trying to change that in the game a bit, like, bro, there's these, not just me, the boys that ride, these boys that you look at and you say, oh, they're thugs, they're hoons, whatever. There's so much more to them, bro. There's a lot of heart there, bro. They might not know how to express themselves or, like, how to get their feelings across, but there's heart, bro. There's heart there, bro. Like, that's the essence, bro. And, like, I can see that when I'm with them, bro. Like, this group of boys, like, there's just so much heart there, and it's like, bro, you love that, bro. Like, you support each other, they support you. You know what I mean? Like, they learn a trick, it's like I learned a trick. Like, there's nothing separates us like that, you know? It's crack. I can't
bro.
describe.
You're a very expressive person, bro. You're very expressive. Look, I haven't seen all of your content. I've seen a lot of it. Ever since we started communicating, I've been a mad fan. Like, realistically, it's one of
Thanks, bro.
It's become an addiction now, especially bikes, bro. Like, I'm fucking like,
Yeah.
I'm searching now, right? So I don't know if you are doing this content yet, but what I think you'd be really good at doing is explaining why people should be doing something. And bikes is a good metaphor for it. You know, if you explain to people why they should be trying to learn a new trick, you know what I mean? They can take that and apply it to why they should be, you know, trying to learn a new language. You know what I mean? It's the same principle.
Yeah, exactly right.
You're setting yourself a goal, you know what I mean? You'd be really good voice for that side of the world, bro.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how to respond to good things, but But thanks, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
I'm the same, bro. People compliment me. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. Yeah,
Nah,
that's
good,
mad. So having a daughter coming up in January is an exciting thing as well. Did you say you're the youngest out of all the 5 siblings?
Yeah, I'm the youngest one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have nieces, nephews, anything like that?
Yeah,
as
I've got
well?
I don't get this wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 nieces and I've got 3 nephews.
Bros, you have a family, man.
Yeah, bro, it's the best thing, bro.
Wow.
It's the best
Okay.
thing.
Wow. And is it something that you always wanted to do? Look forward to having kids?
Yeah, of course, man, definitely. Yeah. I'm keen as, bro. I'm keen as, you know, like obviously coming from the athletic side of things and like being obviously a male myself, I really wanted the boy.
Yeah, of course.
But my sister told me something really special, bro. Like she said this was like, whoa. She said, God doesn't give you what you want. God gives you what you need.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Like when she said that, opened my eyes up, like because I wanted the boy teaching bikes, teaching whatever. Like, but now I'm really excited for this girl, man. Because I even spoke to one of my other mates, and he said to me, he goes, he had a girl just not too long ago, and he said to me, he's like, bro, you're giving this girl for a reason. It's to slow you down, bro. So I'm like, I'm ready for the slowdown, you know. Like now, I'm embracing it, you know. Like I'm keen. I'm excited.
You'll get your boys, bro. Don't worry about that. It'll come.
Yeah. Nah, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited.
Yeah,
one thing at a time, eh?
Oh, bro, hard. I think a lad would be mad, bro. I can't wait to be a dad myself. I've wanted to be it since I was 14.
Yeah.
It's the number one thing I look forward to in life. But a little boy would be mad, bro. You get to teach him the ways. He can dress like you, can talk like you, can be like you as well.
100%.
But like, I'm also a lover myself. Like, when I get a missus, I love my missus. I've
bro.
been chasing girls since I was 4 years old. Like, having a daughter, bro, what a gift
What a gift, bro. 100%.
Like, straight. A little princess, bro.
Yeah, I know.
You got an exciting journey coming on, bro.
Yeah, I know, bro. I'm excited for the next phase.
Yeah, mad. And to be honest, bro, I want to talk to you about this as well. Like, I've heard you mention, thank God, it's a gift, it's a blessing. Like, obviously, you're religious or spiritual, or you have a belief system. That's awesome, bro. And I want to know, like, it's not a question I ask often, but I'm going to start asking it more because I'm starting to try and grow a stronger bond with God myself.
Yep.
How do you feel like your relationship is with God?
I'm a Muslim, so we believe in one God. I believe in all the prophets. I think it's, in my personal take, it's the only religion where you have a direct link with God. So we're taught to pray to God directly. There's no intermediaries. There's no partners associated. So like you don't ask any human to for a request from God. You ask God directly, and that's why as a Muslim, like we adhere to like people consider it to be strict things, but it's really if you just grow up in it, it's not that strict at all. Like we're taught to pray 5 times a day, and which is like the obligatory things we got to do. So we pray 5 times a day. We don't drink. We don't smoke. That's where, when I said that earlier on, that's where it sort of came from. Like, I've never taken a sip of alcohol, never touched weed, never touched anything to do with drugs, bro. Like, and it's just a clean lifestyle. And so, yeah, bro, like, and we're taught that whatever hardship you go through, there's always going to be ease at the end. That's a big thing in Islam. It's like anything that you go through, there's always ease. It's a verse in the Quran, actually. It says, after every hardship, there is ease. And it's repeated twice. So any hardship, so when I went through that hardship in my life, for example, in that dark hole I was talking about, it was, as a Muslim, it sort of reinvigorated me because I knew that, okay, there's always, from that verse, there's always light at the end of the tunnel, in a sense, you know? Like, there's going to be ease after hardship, but there's a condition. You have to be patient.
Hardest thing to learn, bro. It's my number one problem. That's what I pray for.
Patience, bro. In the Quran, in particular, is mentioned like, bro, over 100 times. Like you have to be patient, and you have to be active. Patience isn't as well. Like to get a bit more into it, it's not something passive. Patience is active thing. So like you actively have to do things to be patient. Like when I went through that hardship I was talking about at the beginning. You go through emotions and you want to throw a fit and you want to go, you know, like you want to do things that are going to harm yourself, bro. I wanted to go drink and I wanted to think and I wanted to do all this stuff. I wanted to go partying again because to drown it out. But it's like, no, like if this is wrong, like you know this is wrong, your moral compass tells you it's wrong, be patient, trust God, and then he'll get you out of it. Like, but it's not up to you what you want to do. It's up to him. Like he will get you out of it when according to his plan. That's what it is, bro. Like, so it's in being a Muslim is like having your full reliance on God, complete trust in Him alone, no one else. And that's really it, bro. That's my relationship with God. And obviously to stick to the prayers and stuff like that, and that's it.
Yeah, that's mad, bro. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
bro.
I'm glad that you have found God in your own life, and I do pray that most people do, not for any reason that I think that it's gonna help me, it's gonna help God, it's gonna help the individual person, bro.
100%, bro.
On a personal relation level. So it's awesome, bro. I'm glad that you open and talk about that as well. So
I'm glad you bring that up, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you coming and giving me this episode, bro. Like, it's been awesome to learn about the scene. If there's anything that I don't know, like realistically, like I'm so uneducated on this, on the space and things like that, but you've definitely helped open my mind to the fact that like kids and blokes and lads and probably girls, you know, people get into it for a deeper meaning and reason other than just want to be a sick cunt, bro, and ride around. You know, like,
there's definitely more reason than that, bro. Hey, there is those boys, but they don't last, bro.
Yeah, they don't last.
They don't last, bro. Like if people want to do it for the clout or they want to do it to pick up some girls, it doesn't last, bro. Like,
because I gotta be real, bro. That's why I would do it.
Yeah. Look, everyone does that a little bit. There's a bit of an element where everyone's doing that to feel like a sort of macho man. It definitely does give you that feeling, that ecstasy, like, bro, you're on top of the world type of thing. I always tell the boys, you know, stay humble, bro, because like life will humble you. One day you're gonna fall off.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna feel that brave then, bro. You're gonna be in pain, and yeah, bro. So don't chase it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Well, yeah, bro. Even if people are getting on it just to fucking flex, just to feel like a sick cunt, like I understand why they would do it. Like, it's another thing, but at the same time, don't let that be the only reason that you chase anything. Still find the things that you find passion in as well.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, so I guess, you know, if people do want to get into bikes just to be a sick cunt, like, the world's there for you to get into, you know? Yeah.
Nah, stuff, bro.
Nah, bro. That's awesome, bro. I hope to see continuous growth inside this thing, and I hope voices like you can continue to be a part of it.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Because if this really is, and I see it as well, starting to form a new culture, bigger than what it was just originally, just wheels on the ground like skateboards were.
Yeah.
It's going to take exponential leaps forward, bro.
100%,
you know what I mean?
bro. That's the plan, bro. Like, yeah, bro, that's the plan, to grow it. The sport's growing, bro. Like, there's no stopping it. Police can do their raids and their whatever they're doing, like their programs and things to sort of prevent it. But bro, you just can't stop kids from being kids, bro. And bikes is the essence of a kid. Learning how to ride a bike without training wheels is like such a mad feeling.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just gonna, from there, it just grows, bro, to Surons now and to dirt bikes and to whatever it is. Like, it's something it's a force you can't stop. So you rather just have people in place to make rules regarding it, you know? I think that's just better, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
mad. Well, before we go, bro, I got two more questions I want to ask you before we wrap it up. So the first one would be, if anyone was to want to get into it for the first time, is there a couple rules and things to consider, especially before they get on the road for the first time, from your opinion?
Learn in a controlled environment how to ride first. Just plain ride. Anyway, that's for sports bikes, dirt bikes, whatever it is. Just learn how to ride. Some people go to like a parking lot, or like if you live on a quiet streets, ride around your streets. Don't jump on main roads. Learn how to ride, you know, get used to the clutch, get used to get used to stalling, get used to all that stuff. Once you build up a bit of confidence, then jump on the road with a friend. This is how I learned. So my friend was with me. He knew how to ride. He's like, bro, don't worry, I got your back. So it was good. So we rode around. Like, if I ever stalled, he would just sit with me in traffic. So like, just to turn my bike on, keep going, so I don't feel too pressured. Yeah, like, ride with someone, find someone to ride with. And then after that, bro, like, just... You should be able to ride by then, and just increase your skill level. Go out, twisties, national park runs. Always go with someone's better. Yeah, bro, just always wear a helmet, wear gear. I gotta say that. Like,
yeah.
You know, sometimes I don't practice what I preach sometimes, but
yeah, of course.
wear gear. It's safer for you, but always wear a helmet, bro. I always tell anyone to wear a helmet. Yeah, bro, just stick to what you're used to, bro. Like, don't stretch your limitations. If you know that you can't do something, don't try. And if you want to learn it, try it on a quiet road where no one's going to be hurt, bro. And the only one that you're putting at risk is yourself, because you don't want to hurt anyone else.
Yeah, mad message, bro. I love that. Well, the final question is a question that I ask everyone. It's always the same for every guest that I have on.
Yep.
And I feel like it just touches on a subject that you have also touched on as well today. So if someone comes to you for a piece of advice because they were feeling depressed, mostly because they were just lost, what advice would you give to that person? Like,
myself, personally, I'd probably ask, like, what's causing you to be depressed? And then from whatever they'd say, I'd sort of give them a response according to that thing, like from my own experience. But if someone's saying me, look, I'm feeling down, I'm feeling sad, whatever, just buy a bike or something, bro. I don't know, but like yeah, I sort of get to. I try to find what the root cause is, and address that directly. Yeah, but and I always tell people, don't go around, go through. That's what I tell people.
Yeah, I love that. And the through is the hard thing, which is another thing that we touched on as well. Which
exactly right.
It's important to touch on that because the through isn't going to be easy.
Exactly.
But you know, as it says that you said in the Quran, at the end of every, what is the word they use? Hardship comes ease.
Yes, that's correct.
That's mad. Love it, bro. Well, bro, I couldn't appreciate this episode anymore.
Thank you so much for having me, bro.
Like, I can't wait to get this episode out. I can't wait to edit it. I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to make the posts and go through the Instagram, take as many videos as I can for it. Like,
thank you so much, bro. Thanks for having me, man. This is a mad spot. Everyone, bro, subscribe to the Doxcast. He's doing amazing work, man. So
yeah, well, links are in the description, not just for the videos where I first seen you on, but for the donations for the Palestine as well. But for your personal page, the DBK page, anything like that as well. So for boys and girls listening, please go down and click that. It's in the description. And yeah, bro, I appreciate it. Thank you
so much, bro. Appreciate having me.
Gang, easy. Well done.
Thank you, bro.